much to that, but Hoodie working perfectly off the flash to the follow-up. That could have been a third potentially. Paint shot to
Cat, what's up?
GIANTX firmly in control.
No camera for a little bit. We'll work that one out. Pray that I'm late.
Very difficult to try and navigate through this with so many players up against him. Stunning.
Yeah, we get a replay, so I'm a little bit late.
There was a moment there where I was afraid for Hoodie going in a little bit too early, but I love the killer instinct from him.
Made
the
it.
Timing was
You made it.
That
Just in time. Only just.
Dizzy coming out, blinding both the enemies on site, getting the double, opening up the round for his team.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Run that back again. That'd be
Hey, please give me a replay for this.
And something about these two teams as well, though, Josh.
What happened in the pistol?
Clean games. You know, even in their victories, they do have quite extended matchups.
Okay, side take into a retake. Not too bad.
Considering the map pool, considering we're not seeing any new agents really coming out, at least when it comes to the newer agents.
How do we get my face in?
It feels more like a standardized game. I feel like we're gonna have some of that extended play in effect.
I don't have the stats for Sunset, but I feel like it is one of the longer duration maps where it's going deep in the distance, but the rounds are played out longer. I think Icebox is pretty much in the same realm of that type of stuff, especially the way that
It's so hot in my room right now. I'm out here sweating, you gotta accept it.
Speaking of a couple of these sides and kind of the bigger picture, you know, Barbar's statement certainly gives something that's going to be at the forefront of a couple of people's minds. Him saying, you know, won't be around after the season is finished. So,
subs for sweat. Right, Giants on defense, Koi on attack. What do we got?
At least in that first split, now coming into the second. So looking to see how they.
YouTube chat here as well. I think I have everything up. All good.
Quality do we get from the two teams is always going to be very curious. Do we see that almost
turn up the game?
That weird moment where they have no pressure and they just kind of play out. They kind of, you know, lose a little bit of that stress. And
okay, this looks good, right? Nikki Sid, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Okay, they're allowed a death on defense. One death on defense. Chat, you turn this fan up.
That's both orbs for Starkso.
30 seconds left.
They've taken the tour. Redguard trying to build off the back of the flash set into motion. Second time of asking, that's not pretty. Luckily, Vitinho's got his back. Doesn't need to overextend anymore, can fall away and leave the rest to his teammates. Bloody hell.
One enemy remaining.
Here we go. Shouldn't
Alright, they're allowed one death, they got two deaths.
Got a little bit strained, but they do keep the vast majority of the weapons they came in with.
I think that's a really good round for Koi. They got both the ultimate orbs there. They killed two opponents, and they damaged armor to a third player. I'm really surprised Redguard decided to re-swing into that using the paranoia. Because they were close to range with classics, it was a bit of a weird decision to make, especially with a Guardian.
Flazes, thank you, of course, dude. You're welcome.
Would have been a little bit better.
Yeah. Again, you know, they make it past, but it is those small moments you're looking to see them kind of tune up on, right? You kind of want to see a little bit cleaner play. But for now, they make it past the first couple of hurdles. 2 rounds to GIANTX.
Okay, Redguard taking the hit. IGL duties, they push over towards A. Orb is taken as well.
Actually, I wonder if they're going to go back to A, get the orb from there, and then do something with it, like they've done in previous rounds. But it looks like it might just.
I think GIANTX are cooking better this stage. Yeah, I think they just look way comfier at the moment.
The camera did finally get
I think every week we kind of see progression, especially like comfortability on Purpo. And that's a big thing.
It's a fast flood coming out.
It is, and Hoodie's done well.
Oh, it's looking like the pistol round, I'm pretty sure.
Little underhand flash, he does have his ult to play. Swinging with a flash in the hand's not going to be good enough here, but a 3v3. Spike is down, 2 playing site, and 1 sat somewhat towards the deeper side of A main. That's going to be Shados waiting. GIANTX looking to try and address maybe Pillar, force the players out a little further. The smoke going to allow Koi to readjust a little bit, but it's actually Shadow to find Vitinho. Time starting to tick here, Gruvino well positioned. And no real harm in the end. Koi answer back, 3 standing.
That's actually not something I'm used to seeing from Koi. Just doing first gun round, they're going straight into a play. They use the knives to clear B main.
Okay, I thought he was going to take the opportunity to flame him. Dude, a lot of talk going on there.
For them because this flood from GX, like this isn't the first time that it's happened.
Box's review can confirm very comfy.
It's really scary because this
actually
is a must-win crucial round. If they lose it,
not even sponsored for this. They are just actually straight up comfy.
On an eco, which would be just tragic.
And
the people that didn't see the stream earlier, that's a weird one.
quite...
I promise it has
I don't
context.
say early, that sounds almost, you know, almost as a negative, but we want to see them leaning into this, not leaving it sat there for half of the game.
Right. We want to be able to see them use it potentially 2, maybe even 3 times, depending on how good the player is doing in a game, not just
Bro, they are so off. It's all the way over here.
Not found it yet, so going to be able to keep that here. It's going to be Hoodies. There's a lot of weight on his shoulders as well, considering you've already seen that mid push-up coming in from Purpo. Has got some support from Cloud towards top mid, but a default to start with, maybe trying to catch if there's any aggression across the map.
Caution here.
YouTube chat, when is the Doom Bros interview coming? We were waiting for, we need to get a go-ahead from Na'Vi, so kind of just waiting a little bit. I think I need to send them something. I need to send them the Nilzino interview so they can kind of look at it. I think they're worried that we're like trying to flame them, but we're not.
Made it through this far, but Rubino's position was gorgeous, catching them trying to work back through middle. Beautifully done by him, and if he can get out with his life, which it looks like he has, that's job done.
The retakes have looked good from Giants at the moment. Problem is that whenever Starkso pops this, it probably should be the round done.
Red got.
Yeah, and then he's gonna get his knife.
No nade, no flash, no paranoia.
Has his knife now? Okay, this should be impossible for Giants.
That's lovely. GIANTX just with the guns.
It's all about the knife.
Knife towards pillar.
Breach.
The time is ticking.
Honestly,
we've got to get a move on here.
Maybe not too bad. They got Molly nade.
Getting dizzy out, getting Mosh out, doing what they can, but you can see
yeah, and they do a tap before they touch the spike so they can send the wingman out. Okay, well, Shadow's just annihilated the wingman instantly. Just another round, dude. Just another E sunset.
The contact on A completely drew away GIANTX.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Jaws, hello mate, how we doing? Thanks for the tier 1, dude. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for that.
The kill trips were set up for the Cypher and Market. We've seen Hoodie play that a couple
22 months
already,
as well, Jaws.
But yeah, it wasn't even so much the pressure from Koi on A. GIANTX wanted them to come A. The fact that they went out B and saved the KO ultimate for the post plant was what set them up there. There was no opportunity for the retake for GIANTX.
I love this little catch in middle from Grabino, just sticking around long enough to try and punish anyone trying to play back through quickly towards Market. Really nicely done.
Who else but Redgar? But honestly, he kind of had to make a play.
In the back pocket here. Hoodie's got his, but you can see the purchase they're trying to make it work with. Now, GIANTX not really afraid of taking that mid space. They've been playing that a couple of times now. The only man with the rifle is going to be Purpo, so eyes towards him. Oh, this is a lot on Cloud's shoulders. He's gonna hear the steps.
I think they're just using the smoke
Fade
to
vibe on
cross the
Sunset?
A
Yeah.
quicker than running through spawn.
But I think at the moment it's all about
by clearing out
well,
there as a second step to that
depends what
fake
comp
of
you
the
do.
B control, but looks
Yeah,
like they just wanna go
fade's
straight to A
viable.
here.
Yeah, disrespecting them one way, but how do they clear the corners? Purpo's going to re-aggress on this. He's done great damage. Paranoia going to go down.
This is a really good.
That's perfect work from
what
the
hell is going
on that because they just weren't considering that corner. And there's some real potential for damage. Starkso low, Camo low, but they handle it well until Hoodie takes down
well,
two, but they
survive,
but the lead.
That got a little close for comfort. If
yeah,
I'm Koi, I'm nervous there. That breach flash follow-up actually almost made a difference as well from Fitinho. He threw that through the wall basically. I think it was too much in the the side peripheral vision of the players. It didn't blind them enough.
Just no comms, or like someone commed when the kill happened so they didn't hear the guy close. They should have heard the sheriff close.
Yeah, it was really back to the wall Valorant, wasn't it?
Yeah. But again, this is because they didn't go out and clear middle on that second.
Yeah, you can see from the coach's face that they were worried for this one.
Yeah.
Rock to break the trip. Wait, this is a nice round.
This is really nice. Does Camo get rewarded?
Hey, this is real nice.
Huh? I mean, punished is where
it went miles off.
But he did find Camo in the end. And the fall from Shados didn't work out either. Grabino takes a TP. They had no idea. Cloud completely unawares. They've cleared the front line. But that cross to sight can be treacherous. Look at the HP on him.
The hell is going on, man?
Anything to play with. Redgar could be drifting over as well.
Insane.
You do have
Mini Boo, thank you so much for the raid, bro. Hope your stream was good, man. Excited to watch you, man. Real excited. To be honest.
They can pause here.
The middle space already taken.
Give me that neon.
Cut off the rotation, so his
hope your stream was good, man.
Starkso
19 HP. How many can he get?
If their guard is dropped.
Oh, I thought he was even on for a second then. Takes out Hoodie.
Okay, it makes it an even 2v2 though.
Dashing over. towards that A site. Maybe a little cautious there.
Of course, bro. Of course, of course, of course. Good luck in your game as well.
HP. Same can be said for Grabino to an extent as well. So it's really on Fatinho and Shadow.
They're splitting up in this retake, though, in the post plant. Shadow's the only one with HP. He's playing close up on the smoke, while Grabino is the one that's
actually the shock dart of Shadow. Okay, well, there goes the shock dart.
Or maybe.
Low HP, low HP.
Oh,
Redgar.
Pulls the trigger first.
That is a giant round because the money was in the bin if they lost this one. Just keeps them alive.
That did come down to a coin flip, that 2 versus 2 situation. I love the opening.
Amarim Rick with the 5 mums. Oh, Valorant.
And then the follow-up dart on the site. And I think one of the things that we didn't get to see really.
Wait, now a Benji Fishy raid? Holy hell! You two streaming together?
We might be thinking like, why did
the
this guy see him
Benji, thank you so much, man.
Check the radar where he would appear, but it's because when you omen ultimate, the radar gets
the stream is good as well, dude. Best of luck for next game as well.
So we probably couldn't see on the Cypher ultimate on the radar.
Say hi to Nilzino and Weber for me as well.
I really liked the little idea that they tried to send Camo in with towards market then. That was really nice. It's almost a shame it didn't work out because it feels like it should have been rewarded, but it is how it is. You can see them really.
Okay, now we get real low money-wise. We've got 3 people that can't buy next. 2 people here. Giants have just been fine to retake over towards B, but I don't know if I would feel that comfy considering how the plants looked over towards stairs.
Only 2 players got spotted, including the Sova.
Yeah, and here's the plant over towards stairs.
So purely playing for that retake now.
Oh.
Looks like Rubino trying to keep in mind any sort of play towards the back this time. Or at least
Oh.
this ultimate works well. Camo seems to be working a little better than his opposing number of purpos, but still, numbers now sitting very favorably towards Koi. The ult from Fatinho is in on this kind of make the most of that, though.
Plant.
As it stands, tap on the spike. Purpo going to put his life on the line for this one.
Hold up.
Catch there, but no
Did not
stopping
hit
the defuse right now. Finally caught
so close. I don't think they had the tap, maybe.
Away into the smoke, and they do get their award.
Yeah, that was real close. Giant win though. Giant win for Koi. And you're going to see a timeout here, and they're just not going to be playing B like this. They can't play B like this. One after 2 buy rounds where they're losing to the spam. They got the most obvious change-up is obviously Cypher going to A.
Hey, wait, Fatinho has the breach rolling thunder. They might try to
the
do
back-to-back sunset
by knowing
moments.
that we're MD main, spamming through the smoke every round. Let's go and do a flank. But Grabino is already in spawn, just waiting for it. It never comes, it never happens. But you can see the foresight that Koi has. Like, they might go for this flank. I'll be sitting here waiting for it. It never came. They were able to play out the post plant normally, no problem.
Watching this back, see how close it got there. Purpo was happy to try.
You think Na'Vi is cooked?
Damn good go, but
nah, I think they'll be alright.
GIANTX gonna kind of slow things down. They have picked up
maybe
the
they lose the
first
singular
2
limb
rounds,
game.
So, you know, put wherever
Playoffs.
you want the credit of the pistol rounds towards. But since then, since the rifles have come out,
right, like I said, I love what's in Pittston, man. He absolutely sends it. Okay, so the change up they're going to make is over towards B. They're either fighting more aggro B, and then they're disguising that the Cypher's not there, or they're going to have the Cypher over towards A, and they're actually just going to be fighting B, because they're not going to win the retake. The change up is only going to happen on the buy round. Buy doesn't happen here, so we'll see for next rounds. They'll change it up.
And the one with health goes down first, and it leaves, you know, I think Rubino with like 26 health left. Very close.
Now, does this timeout give them a chance to potentially... I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to come this round, but I'm hoping they've got a little bit more to play with here. Purpo gets a spot towards 1, but this default's still being held here. Again, we've kind of noted consistently now that Grabino is happy to play away from the pack a little bit, constantly looking for those lurks, for that backline pressure. We've got to wait and see where they decide to commit to. GIANTX opting for a bit of a gamble stack over towards B. 4 players.
Can you blame them?
Very present. Aldrone to try and clear mid after maybe
at the
that
moment,
early contact,
haven't pushed this guy over towards A.
So that question mark has been cleared.
But here comes a regress into middle from GIANTX. Wait, no, they backed that way.
Good luck to
I
Purpo.
kind of like the Purpo's being able to slip through here. It's only a Sheriff, but
oh my God.
chance. It was really slim.
Couldn't pick the target.
No, it was
yeah,
a
and then
tough
they just send
scenario,
to A
but
with
I
the
kinda like
info.
the way that he played back into that after the out.
We're gonna send it A with the info. We're gonna keep an eye on Stark, so.
What are they meant to do? 4
Oh, he
players
put.
down on
That's
chairs.
nice, bro. He puts the knife over towards B. It keeps the 3 players there. That was sick.
Made them double back into B, thinking it's a fake.
Oh, Redcar. Not a chance in the world for that one. It was Shadow to actually claim the kill in the end, but bounding in forward was Camo. Plant going down. And Hoodie, Cloud, and Fatino feeling like
Solly EG, thank you so much, man. EG winning champs again. Dude, we've had that conversation twice today. That's so weird.
You got to see around really posted
We're just very high up on Jogamo's mechanical
it's starting to be
skill.
taken away from them, but again, keep in mind they had the timeout prior
I think
to this, so you're hoping once they get that
I think they might get to champs though. Not saying they're gonna win, but I think there's a chance they get to champs. It gave me a lot of hope watching them.
Dangerous situation now. Starzo back with his ult as well. Yeah, this is getting a little scary for me. So we've got to see the resistance now from GIANTX. Whatever that timeout was, this is the time to implement that plan.
I think one of the things that are happening right now is that GIANTX is getting worked really hard by Koi. Koi is controlling the pace, the tempo. They're able to start in one spot, move over to the other, and keep GIANTX guessing. We've seen them break their ankles and spawn multiple times. We need to see from GIANTX them hold something and push through instead of over-rotating so much.
Is he watching the stream from earlier?
Adaptation they have to make. I don't know if they're going to make it, though.
And already a bit of a switch up to an extent here. Looking at Koi, kind of playing with a heavy influence.
I'm still surprised they leave B on retake.
Investment of the ult as well. Purpo trying to get a little closer, but again, Gravidio on the other side's been sharp. And he's got a follow-up as well. Not going to be able to achieve the third, but still, damage looking like it's done. It's down to Redcar. Red's going to come in, so that's 4 players. And Redcar's position, they'll know he's been invested.
They are getting so annihilated on B.
And now breaking the trap, they know exactly where he is.
Instead of fighting over towards B or fighting aggro B or switching the Cypher over towards A, they're focusing on fighting middle more. They could maybe push behind the B after plant. Don't love it, I'm not gonna lie.
Know exactly what they want to do.
I think the simpler play, like I think he's maybe overthinking it, to be honest.
Was a fast split through market. One of the things I want to see them do a little bit better as Redgar looks to save his gun, but he's getting
the Giants map pick. It's normally attack-sided though.
Every angle.
Yep. No escape in there. Camo closer to that ult as well.
One thing Koi is doing is they're trying to break the trips at B every single round using like the double bounce shot. But you don't get the voice line from Sova anymore.
B was on Pearl this map. It was, dude, it was horrendous on Pearl.
I want to see them get a little bit closer off the back of the knife scanning nobody.
I think because like Harbor Viper as well didn't help.
To the sound cue of it, because oftentimes there's no trip there. It's being placed late. Hoodie's either not placing it at the entrance at all, or as you saw in this last round, they send the shock explodes, then he places the trip afterwards. So they're not getting any value with the shocks breaking anything. There's still 2 trips up. It's clearing the entrance once they can get out without worrying about tripping it on the way out of the choke point.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a little additional, right? Just make sure you get the confirmation on if you're getting value or not. That'd be a lovely little adjustment. Now, we noted the timeout again. It's hit. And you I always love watching the coaches getting so animated in this, but
I want the coach to call something like they're gonna knife B main. Yeah. Wait outside of the range of it.
Okay.
When the knife goes off, you're gonna get a little bit closer, and then you combo breach flash with a dizzy. You have to shoot the dizzy. You eat the breach flash, and then. You know, even
you got a chance.
You have a chance. Even if Koi decides this round, hey, there's a timeout, let's change it up, let's go A.
The thing that Still was talking about, it does work though. I would actually always combo it the other way around. I would always do a breach flash, like from close, so it takes a longer time to pop. That they turn and then you dizzy flash, but the dizzy flash pops when they're turned. So they have to 180 readjust and dizzy's blinded them.
Yeah, I mean, they're winning the fights.
The timeout at least makes Koi think that they're going to change up their setting and they wanted to walk towards A to find a Cypher here in burst sight. They were not expecting them to still fight here.
So we've got Shadow, Starzo, and Shados still alive. They have to re-clear this space if they do want to continue this way, but I'm eyeing up with the Spikers. Okay.
3v5 at its... Wait, was it 3v5 at its peak?
I feel like they could have maybe slipped a little further back. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20, but Coutinho's in a little bit of trouble too. Gonna have to give away the game. So they still know he's here.
3 versus 3, no smokes on the board. That's going to open up some different angles that the defense can play and catch an off angle on Koi trying to enter into the site.
Do they expect Fatinho to still be holding this angle? Okay, he was shouldering, that's fine, he can slip away. Keep in mind, they still have the fish ult as well. Fatinho, you got away with murder on that one, but it's actually Cloud to fall.
Should Cloud be dueling in a 2v3 when he...
That's 35
2v3 when he has
seconds,
fish
and they've really
ult?
got a chance. They can paint the map how they want. Or do they catch Shade?
30 seconds left.
Very heads up work from Ghost for the swing on it, loses out to Hoodie.
This camera on B is going to get all the information they need.
Yeah, hello.
Tagged as well, so he's going to have to take that out, otherwise his position.
Tag him again, right? Almost.
No.
Yeah. There he is. Now he's got util. Shadow, you got something special for us here, a 1v2. Fatinho took some damage, not gonna happen. Hoodie
tried to build it
clean
up.
with it in the end. A volatile start there, a little back and forth.
Shout out to Purple.
Maybe an overstep or two, yes, from GIANTX, but they've managed to make it past this challenge. I just don't know if they can still deal with that traditional round we've been seeing coming out from Koi.
Well, the only reason why it kind of worked here in this situation was the fact that they went into A and Purple was able to find isolated dry duels. There were no flashes, there was no dart showing his position.
About leaving off the split too. Yeah, he tweeted about it.
Right after those 2 kills from Purple was
Definitely wants to try and get some good results.
Lined up with flash or
all
stun.
that, though.
They could have used that before they peaked.
And it's nice having nothing to lose, I guess.
Or
So they can play a little bit freer with no pressure.
And then the next contact, Redgar could peak. But Redgar giving that up instantly, 3 versus 4, that's a winnable situation for Koi.
Can't believe macro-wise they don't change it up.
They
It's
managed to keep
still...
up. Now do we see the difference? So this time there is
It's like such a mind game at the
and
moment.
actually that paranoia didn't catch at all. And Camo's landed anyway. Camo's gonna
Oh my god, he's still alive.
This guy is always good for 2, it feels like. Every time he's got that ult, it's looking successful for him. Big early impact and an instant correction on that last round. You thought you got away with it once, you're not going to get it twice. Now what do they do on the other side? Cloud yet to invest that ult. I was kind of waiting for a chance to see that come in. It's just been sat with him, gathering dust in the pocket. So for now, 3 of them.
Just one match
Cloud,
today, yeah.
like this. Yeah, Dizzy going up here. This ain't bad. It's a oh, come on,
It's
how's
an
Camo
incredible
getting
round
away
from
with that?
him.
And yeah, raps. Absolute raps. Fatinho, they're going to know he was here as well. The utility was invested not long ago. Everything's been seen.
Cage triggered.
Tough pill to swallow for GIANTX here. 5 versus 1.
Yeah,
Oof,
done.
what a
Camo's
round.
had a round. And
Yeah, it really has.
flawless for them here. And I kind of like that they went right back into that A hit as well, going, hey, you got some
Tomorrow's
confidence
games
in
are
that
so good.
call,
What
we're gonna take
are
it
the
away
games
now.
tomorrow?
Yeah, they comboed the utility perfectly there with the Sova ultimate. Kind of baited Purpo in to go for that orb. A little greedy, in my opinion. Not really necessary to force it that early. Let GIANTX show their, or let Koi show their hands
Classic
somewhere.
Vitality,
Let them do their heavy B
Heretics
default. Show that there
oh
are
my god, that is a
multiple people
stacked
there,
day.
And then go for the orb. Because until you get that information confirmed, they could do exactly what they just did. Wait for you to tap the orb, swing you.
Okay, it's not looking good. GIANTX burning both of their pauses in this first half and walking away with 4 rounds.
Well, tell me you can
2
use your
of them
ult on this
were
round.
due to the pistol. This isn't a good look. This is a little worrying signs. I'm worried because we haven't seen consistent ults really being utilized by them either. Feels a little out of kilter. And it looks like Koi may be understanding this.
Yes.
Pausing. They're just pausing here in this default as well.
And this is so tragic because Cloud, as you pointed out, hasn't used Thrash yet, has had it basically since, for the last 6 rounds. Purpo now has his rocket, but he doesn't have a big gun. He's got a Sheriff that he has to use here. So needs to make sure that his positioning is really good if he wants to get any value. Koi, they have no ults. They're playing a slow round. This is all they can do. Make GIANTX make a mistake, walk around, do their due diligence, clear everything out properly.
I'm looking to see where they decide to commit to. They've got a couple of options here. Smoke towards top middle. Camera there, so they've cleared middle.
Oh, wow. Koi might actually walk into the trap. This is when they fake clear A with sending in Camo by himself, and they're going to try to walk out B, but there's a trap set up on B.
Yeah, this much.
Oh, and he missed the satchel.
30 seconds.
Dude, the
left.
satchel saves him.
Fake.
Yeah, they and you can see it. You can see the GIANTX
3
preparing
people here,
themselves here.
dude. Give me official.
They should be so
Please,
on for this.
official.
They've been allowed a couple of
Done,
steps out.
official.
But still, look at the timing. 18 seconds. They're running low on
Don't get
time.
hit by
Here, they've
the
got to
knife.
make a move. Got to
Please,
commit.
official.
Late presence coming in through market. Don't forget about
Now we
that.
can't
13
official 'cause the guy's coming
seconds. They gotta
market.
get towards the site. They need
He's
to
gonna
clear
die
this.
from market.
Finally, we see the ult coming in. Luckily, Cloud's still alive, at least for a moment. Finally goes down. Time. 4 seconds.
Time to
They've run
plant.
too low. I don't think they've got time even for the plant here. It's all but over. As long as
Okay,
they
they
can play
did
their
they
lines,
did
it's
enough to
done.
stop
They've
them
gotten
here.
away with daylight
It was a bit of a
robbery.
disaster
They
round, to be honest.
closed the
But
scoreline up to 5-7. It doesn't feel as terrible as that could have been.
Congrats. You played yourself. There's nothing else to say about that round. I think GIANTX did a really good job of kind of reading the situation. They're taking a gamble, right? Hey,
some breach KO this map.
Whether it be straight up they go B,
I like the
or
breach
they come back
with
later in the round after they fake
Neon.
reclear A.
Right,
One of those
so
situations that may happen. We're going to do something different than what we've traditionally been doing.
I just think breach Neon is so strong at the moment. But
There's
overall,
a
I
breach
prefer the
player,
KO.
Is just in the back of A site with a stun and not really participating with the fights with Purpo, with Redgar.
And you can see the difference it made as
Still
well.
staying positive, yeah, he is.
5-7 now. Could have a gap close on the scoreboard if they're able to convert this pistol, but now on the attacking side,
5 with
let's
a
see what they've
pistol,
got for us.
1-0 for pistol.
Keeping in mind, attack is usually where Koi does their best, and their defense has traditionally struggled, so this is going to be a big test.
Big opportunity for GIANTX. Time to show their hand slightly. Shados can't get away with his position unstunned. Okay, yeah, well, Purpo's gone down, and
There's the rest of
follow up.
And the spike's on site.
This was a disaster, man.
Don't worry, I've got positive Josh with me today, so
That's true, he's been
all
positive.
good. All good. Good. Everything's going very well. What are you meant to do now? Still got a paranoia and a couple of bits of util for Fatinho. Looking for that pressure through middle, but it's not going to be
I don't think there was enough util to warrant people not sending it in as much as they did.
That's Redgar spotted. They did.
Like, I get they don't want to get scanned by the
There's still
recon,
an opportunity for him, but it's a 2v5.
but
It's
once the
gonna need
recon's done,
mistakes from
probably
Koi.
got to send it.
And by all rights, they have everything they need. They've got the keys to the castle. Spike down on the site. They know where these two players now reside. They shouldn't.
Wait,
Last
do they
player
expect
standing.
Cloud to be slept
30
through?
seconds left.
I feel like you're still
Doesn't
going to check
matter.
on it. It looks like they're getting ready to triple swing
Yeah,
anyway if
there's
there's
nothing
even
else.
contact. Yeah, it's like, there's no follow-up in main. So where's he coming from? Yeah, not going to happen. Shados, clean.
Okay,
and
at least
that's
they get a
rough
pistol
start for
each.
GIANTX in the second half. That could have been a gap close. That could at least been the scoreboard on their side.
Wipe the prints from your gun.
It's not.
It's definitely not. I think there's a few things that GIANTX need to do a little bit better on, moving out of the defense side into the attack side. And part of that, it does come down to just being having a little bit more killer instinct. Right now, we see them, they're so passive, they're so reactive to things. They need to take things into their own control and just grab this game by the hands. Otherwise, we're going to go into Icebox.
Yep. Which, again, this is GIANTX's choice. This is their map pick,
yeah.
so you're hoping
Yeah,
that
which
they'd
is
at
a bit of
least
a
be able to
worry
give
with how they've been
themselves
playing.
a little bit of comfort here going into the rest of the map.
Louder Def, we
It's only the
got
first round of the second
nothing on
half, but
attack.
still, a couple of those characteristics worrying. And this time around, clean second round
In
here.
recon.
Only classics really coming through.
Same recon.
Plant.
Another
Oh,
scan.
beautiful,
Oh my god,
beautiful
I need a
scan.
recon shooter at one
Spotting
point.
so much. And once the smoke drops, there's going to be a lot of players revealed. Shados going to be almost overwhelmed. He is in the end, but it's now just on Fatinho. Position spotted, revealed
Like, it's a
again.
lovely recon, don't
Shadow's
get me
doing
wrong.
some serious work
On the
out
tree
here.
at the back.
It's these scans that are in the back, basically. If you're
It's
running out
bright
of
with the
main,
prime.
you're
Thank
getting
you so much,
scanned
man.
by
Appreciate the 10 months.
It almost feels like the approach that GIANTX needs to do when they go onto this B site is almost like they smoke, they let all these abilities come in, they wait for the dart to come in,
Okay.
they break it.
They're not gonna
then
get
they
hit
go.
by the
They
same
can't
dart
just
3
run out like
times,
they're playing
though.
against just a gecko
2 in a row,
or
one being an
any
eco,
other
one being a
initiator, really.
pistol, I can understand it.
I want to see
Last
if
time you
that
see
maybe
it being
gets
a
switched up.
pistol.
The issue is they don't have the timeout to even address this.
Second
Yeah,
time
they
you're so
burned up.
focused on trying to
Vixen
get a
already
plant.
calling it twice on the first
Third
half, maybe
time.
trying to give them that best opportunity, knowing where their strengths lay, or at least maybe where their opponent's strengths lay, but now they're going to have to figure it out on the fly, right? This then comes down to more the IGL on the server.
Okay.
Nice, very good.
One off Thrash for Cloud. He could pick this up very easily, use it to help
I've hit
stabilize
so
a little
many.
bit in the game.
Oh god.
Fast opening towards A.
And they all let the Omen flash.
Huge info on the knife, though. What are you doing with this one? Do they stick around and fight for it? Grabino might at least stay around for a shoulder. Yeah, okay. Going to be forced away, so that should be ult there for Cloud.
You'd think you'd hope. So he's grabbing it.
Yep.
They have the option now. Do they want to go on the second interval in about 15 seconds and commit into A? They still have the 5 versus 3 here, and they probably know it's going to be set up like this. But they do have the option if they want to go back to B, clear middle first, maybe before they re-hit anywhere.
Okay, so Cool goes in,
By the
they
way
have
that
the
they're
official,
kind of
and everyone
keeping the
plays
players
super
towards
far
A
back,
here,
and it's
it
going
looks
to
like
give
they
them the
just wanna
sight.
Fake pressure back towards mid, clear it in case there's any fast flanks or lurks happening from the defense, and then re-hit A site with that thrash.
Tatiana, 22 with the 8 months. Thank you so much,
It feels quite
dude.
indicative that they may be
Get the prime.
looking at trying to hit that cross, which they are doing. Could have been a fake, but it wasn't. See the spike trailing over this way. Knife is there for Starkso, but Maybe trying to
What's
find the
actually
timing
going on?
right down to about 35 seconds.
We got the
clock is
spike
low. This
with
could be
2 people
pretty
at the
hard fake
moment.
to handle if they really show
Yeah,
presence
they just want to do
Double
Dizzy in.
fake?
30 seconds
They just
left.
cleared B main with all
Yeah,
of that.
Dizzy
Cleared
and
close
went to-
middle, but they haven't put any pressure
Dude,
towards top of middle or into
Starkzo's
market.
knife should
And
be giant,
if
but he
this
wants to
attack
save
doesn't
it for
come in the next
Fischl,
5
I
seconds,
guess.
Core's gonna rotate, but I don't think they have enough players
He's
to
in no
fight.
position
It's
to
gonna
do
be 5
that.
versus 5 retake, basically.
There we go. 15 seconds. They
You have a
can't
knife
really
lineup
lose
from
out
here?
Still
players
using
here.
Thrash.
Guys, 10
Being held up
seconds.
because look at his position.
7
Grubino
seconds.
still with 2. 5 seconds now. That plot needs
Oh,
to
it's
go
all about the
down.
nade. Looks like it went too far.
Don't know if he.
Oh.
Oh my god. Well,
NT, it could happen to anybody.
are you doing okay, mate? I'm just checking in with you. I'm calling a caster timeout right
Caster
now.
timeout. Josh, we need the authentic one back.
Yeah, just please, just drop the
Drop
mask
it.
for a second. Drop the mask, man, because what the hell is going on? That wasn't good,
You know,
right?
they-
Like, let's call it what it is.
Felt bad
That
for
wasn't good.
Koi timing
That
out on the
was
final
awful.
round, the round 12 of the first
Okay.
half.
Even
Right.
the reclear of
And then,
over
you know what?
towards B is
You
so
had fun. We'll
half-assed.
give it
It's
right
insane.
back.
Yeah.
And then we don't even use the
They didn't
Fischl
use
because we
the
got
thrash
10
there, though,
seconds.
right? They didn't waste it, at least. Silver linings.
What the hell?
The
Oh, you're
idea,
trying. Bless your heart.
the idea behind the play wasn't that bad.
The concept was
The
fine.
execution, yes, go a little bit quicker.
Yeah, the idea is
go simple.
the idea is a solid 8 to 9 out of 10. Execution is a
5.
solid -5 out of
Starkzo's
10.
got a flash ready.
Actually horrendous.
I heard, but no one committing off the back of it yet, so actually pausing on this.
Make a little bit of pressure now at A so that Hoodie has an opening. That's what needs to happen right now for GIANTX if they want an opening here.
But you can see who's waiting. Oh, the
he's gonna
timing
get
on
caught by
this.
this.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay, just go A. You're gonna get re-cleared.
Starkzo's going on it as
John's on
well.
alone.
He's done chip damage. Hoodie's still alive.
Wow,
He takes
he
one
gets
with
a
him.
kill.
That's, if anything, quite surprising. He was able to take a body down with him, but GIANTX have, I don't want to say they have the site because, again, Koi might disrespect this. They don't. They
So
respect
they get
the
a
smoke
plant.
enough.
They get a plant, they
Allow
got
the plant to
Fischl.
go down.
Well, the Cloud's been
Now
enjoying
bring everyone
using
over
his
towards the site.
Fischl
Do we
much.
see GIANTX hold this post plant?
Eats the knife, so maybe he can't Fischl
Cloud waiting
again
to catch
for a
that
little
cross
bit.
out. Spotting out Purpo. Still a paint shot with Camo. Camo's got a lot of kit here still. Stuns nice, buys some time, but it's Grubino to strike. Takes down Purpo, and the down of 3. Cloud still with the ult as well. And they're actually trying to re-aggress towards the site, and it's a massacre! Starkzo ready for a red card noted. Yeah, good shot on 1. You gotta have 2 more, and you ain't gonna get him, Koi. Showed him how it's done on the way back through here.
Why the hell
Looking
have I
diligent
not
this
seen a
time.
Fischl?
A little tense
In
moment,
about
but they cut out
7
with 2
rounds when I'm
standing.
expecting a
They've got up to
Fischl.
11 here. GIANTX held on 5 now.
Like he
I was getting
hates
a
the
little bit
ult.
worried when that smoke came for that A elbow position. I'm thinking, oh, this is like a B main spam battle that's going to happen on the spike right now. I'm getting a little bit nervous, but Koi pulls it out.
I'm seeing Camo with his ult as well, and he's generally been getting incredible amounts of value from it too. I want to see if that gets utilized here. A little fight in middle, so many things just falling in favor eventually towards Koi.
And that was a good re-clear at middle from Koi. They realized that there was a pause in the round. Hey, if they're going A, it's going to be in the next like 10, 15 seconds. Let's clear middle, get back to A if it's clear. But fast opening.
Wow, I thought the flash was good enough there from Starkzo.
But why is Grubino going alone? Where's the next
I'm
nearest
so
person to trade?
confused.
And now Shadow's next.
Was the round so bad that we just put another replay in there?
On the same page. Koi need to calm themselves a touch. They have spotted out the presence from Hoodie, so that's not a surprise. We've seen that a couple of times now. I'm trying to exploit that, but keep in mind that Starkzo's on his own here pretty much at A. That cross still feeling contested in middle. They're taking their time. They're being quite careful about it.
Koi's doing a really good job on the rotations. It's like a night and day of their defense right now. They're taking these gambles. They're going for these re-clears. They get to a position.
Steel is
they
doing a
either
really
choose to
good
gamble
job
side
at not
now,
flaming.
or they
This
can
is one of
continue
the
to clear
one of the most disastrous
Going back
rounds
to
I've seen
this.
stacked onto a
You look at
game
Cloud's position and you feel like he's got it
for a
every
long
day of the
time.
week.
They should use a knife or something.
How's
to
he not
re-clear,
flaming?
Just a little bit of information. Get the guaranteed
Even I want
info,
to flame.
and then they can
Even
go
I've
and
been
take the
flaming
fights if
more
they
than
want it.
him. And shocking.
Waiting to see middle as well. Hoodie's about to break this if he wants to carry on forward. So does that draw an eye? Starkzo just commits a little further closer on the angle. Has a check, speed, sees nothing, but we're down to 30 seconds and they're feeling good now. Yeah, smoke's here. They're going to be on towards this side. Camo pops the ult, didn't see anything, and now they're already on the side.
A
but Shados
lovely
allowed the
knife,
shot.
though.
Purpo's gone down,
As
and
they
now there's
pop the
problems.
fish
Redguard's
to
timing
eat a
could be
knife.
everything, though. Does he get it just right? Hoodie as well. There's so many elements that could go right, but they're running low on time. They've got to make a move here. Hoodie pulls the trigger. That's perfect.
Yeah,
They're trying
can
to
they
secure the
delay
ball.
enough
8
time?
seconds now.
Oh, he's
Camo
gotta
on the
kill
side
everyone.
doing the dance. He's going to go huge,
Oh.
and he's doing so
Oh.
well. A 1v1.
Oh
He's got
my
Camo.
God.
Exceptional work in the red Red Bull clutch, putting Koi up to 12.
Oh my
Koi's
god.
actually
Well, at
looking
least we
so
saw
much better
official,
right
I
now.
guess.
That-
2
just
seconds
all
of
the
it before it
rotations on
ate a
their
knife.
defense makes sense. They go down a player early. Okay, maybe not the best play, the best opener. Send your Omen in.
Damn,
for an
bro.
aggressive
Camo's
play
been
alone, while the rest
annihilating
of
them,
your team's
though,
basically towards
individually.
B. Yep. But how do they recover from that? They gamble stack. They have the Cypher camp for B. They have a trip on top middle. They gamble stack. If you come A, we win. If you guys go B, we might go for the retake or we play for exit kills. We're already on 11 rounds. We're on a 6-round lead. Who cares? Now they're on
Okay.
map point.
7
5 in a row.
chances.
Feeling
What
a
an
little dull here for
absolute
GIANTX.
shocker for Giant.
Not really
Giants.
getting to the swing of things this half at all.
Yeah, even
Good
even
reads
their
from Koi, good positioning.
even their
Liking what they're
calls and their
doing,
changes
handling
on
everything.
defense
GIANTX
were
are trying
not
to throw
the
them.
one.
What's the game plan now? It looks so similar to previous.
Riot, yeah, dude, she needs to watch
Fabinho's got
the.
the A line.
You
checking
gotta
it for
watch
info. He might get
the
pushed off
this
to the lane.
game.
But that might trigger a mid re-clear from the team.
Can't be predicting Giants
shift back
over
in.
Na'Vi after watching this. Doesn't matter what Na'Vi did.
GIANTX just not getting the responses they want from this.
I like how kind of like nimble Koi is. They're moving together so well, and they're not afraid to give up a space. They're playing to hold 2 places instead of like all different sorts of places on the map. They're so close together. They get to move in. If it's mid, they move mid together. If it's A, they move A together. It's going to be B soon. They're going to move B together soon.
They've cleared
They're
mid
middle.
somewhat here. You can see that off the back of
We'll have to
Shadow's
see the
result.
retake. I mean, they can just do their
Now
own
the test
plant
comes. What
stairs.
can Shados do here?
after
Boyman going
one.
to get the plant down. You can see them flooding out, trying to secure behind it, and they're safe. So it's a 5-man
And we're just going to see the
post-plant.
spam.
This is very difficult for Koi to clear. No ults to bank on. They still have
Yeah,
market
should
control.
be very hard.
Starts to get his knife back off cooldown. Did he just use that?
Close the door to make sure that we
He used it on
don't have
Pillar, then I'm a
anyone
little worried he did. I think he might have done.
pushing behind.
that's
Yeah, I
something
mean,
back
he
for
used
a
the knife
while.
in the corner, right, to
So
check
they've
if
gotta
anyone's
just go
close.
guns in, at least to an
Fine.
extent. Shadow's still got Kit, Camo, Grabino. They've still got a little bit of util, but the time is going to start ticking. They've got to make a move on this one. Can they at least get it towards half here? Camo
Thanks,
willing
man.
to challenge. Nice. Picks up one, but he doesn't get the frag off the back of it, but he's doubling down. He's going in. Shadow delivering
Where
bullet
are we?
after bullet. Still no defuse on the way. Grabino dives in head first. Outstanding.
Hey, shout out to
half from
Gravino
Koi.
though. One way smoke,
Be it a
TP's
death
in,
rattle or not,
sends
it's a
it. Recon was
damn
good, flash was good.
scoreline. 13
I mean,
to
they
5.
annihilated them.
They looked clean this time, Josh, and this isn't something we
But-
often say about this team.
That's
Are
definitely
we?
not
I guess we just have to
something you
ignore the
hear
rounds
from
that we saw
East
from
especially,
Giants.
but
That is the
you're
worst they've
absolutely
ever
right.
looked.
They looked
That
to
wa-
be 4 alive in the,
was
and
a-
the retake as well.
Mental
Icebox
amount
up
of really
next.
bad rounds.
Don't go anywhere.
Zypher with the 7 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoying Still's dialer cast. He did very well not to blame her. Very, very well. Chat, you guys are going to get flashbangs. You ready to turn away? 3, 2, 1, turn.
Will break you into
Oh, it's not even that
1,000
big.
pieces.
Baby flashbangs.
Stay away from them. Stay away from Lorca, Paco, and Picasso. Don't ask about Lola. I, Caballo Grande. I, Dolor de Nieve. But in spite of everything, it occurs to you to visit Andalusia. Don't say I didn't warn you. Be careful of the
That round
Andalusian
chat.
crush.
That planting round. At least they were laughing about it afterwards. Okay, let me spam some ads. Wait, Dennis, that's the ultimate flex.
Hey
That's
guys, it's
crazy.
Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Okay, be back in a bit. Okay, let me upload the VOD first. Okay,
Red
we'll be back in a
Bull
bit.
gives
Chat,
you
peace. Okay.
let's do something crazy. Get a bit wild today, cause we don't do this every day, and we deserve it. Life is so amazing, nothing is in our way. Baby, let's fly away. Do you feel it? Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us come alive. Oh, what makes us come alive? Let's break some rules. No, we don't always have to be good. Don't always have to do things that we should. We'll feed the fire. Let's see it through and let go of what's holding us back. Just light it up and we'll burn through the past and take it higher. Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. You and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us. This is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, just you and I. Can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us.
Ah, sit down! Rise! Hello!
Nice! What are they doing?
Well, I hope that your ears have survived, because that was none other than Koi taking their first map win against GIANTX. What a way to start today. I'm Kakuka, I'm here back on the desk with Tom and Ash. Guys, did we expect that map one?
Honestly, seeing Starzo happy makes me happy. Like, honestly, with how long he's been in the scene, how sort of successful he's been in the past, like that map, they just look like a different beast. I feel like everything we've seen all the other weeks, other than maybe that one map of Lotus last week.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of the story of Koi here as well. When you look at their previous results, the fact that they managed to steal away a map from KC last split, and then they managed to steal one from Foot in week 1 as well, and they took that win over Vitality. It's pretty insane how they're able to kind of just let loose and play their game when their back's against the wall.
Right, and when we were seeing that agent select, we were thinking and discussing why is it that Camo has moved away from the Neon onto the Raze, but the performance that he was having, Tom, was off the charts.
Oh, this just looked like comfort. I think that was the main thing. Like, obviously there was a few pieces of their comp, him being able to be a little bit more aggressive, play with the team, and sort of having the showstopper, I think, was a big part of some of the openers. But then it was just the clutch capability. Like, this guy was popping off in situations where he should have been absolutely screwed.
Oh, he really was. I mean, just maintaining that generator position that we saw was insane. But then that's also on the side of GIANTX to not actually be playing together and allowing him to isolate those 1v1s. But it's pretty crazy how flawless the defense looked there for the side of Koi. I do think that we saw maybe some of the confidence of GIANTX dwindling in that second half, where they seemed a little bit unsure of the decision making.
Yeah, and we're taking a look here at the stats we're discussing. On the left, you'll see the Neon, and on the right, you see what we saw today with the Raze. Now that he's moved onto this character, what can we, this agent, what can we expect also for Icebox?
It's difficult to say because Icebox is one of the maps we've actually seen a little bit of ISO. We've still seen people stick to the Jet. We've had Chamber even in the mix last time GX played it. So I don't know, but I think the most important thing for him is just comfort. Like when he is in the zone, he is one of the best players. Well, he's definitely the best player on this team, but he looks like one of the better duelists in the league. Considering they lose quite a lot of games, that's impressive.
Ash, you gave me a 75% that we were going to see some of the new changes. So far, we've only seen the Race. Do you think that's going to happen on Icebox?
I still think it's possible because when you look at Icebox, I feel like it's one of the maps that we've seen a lot of the most innovation on across all regions. And when you're looking at that ISO, I think there's a lot of opportunities to try and scale up on Belong in particular with that agent with his wall that he throws up.
Yeah, okay, but let's talk about the other side as we jump into the AIM Labs warm-up with Fiti, right? Because we know that the last time the GIANTX played this map, with the incorporation of Purple, things got a little bit funky, right? With the agents. Yeah. What do you make of that, Tom?
But that was the thing. Last time out, they were running Purple and Chamber, Fiti and Killjoy. They had a Gecko KO Viper. I'm not going to lie, don't really like the comp. I don't think it gives you much initiation or aggression at all. I want to see Fitinho on a second duelist. Like, let him play more aggressively because we saw it last week on Breeze. The guy's cracked. Let him play the agents that allow him to do that.
And I think when you're looking at Icebox as well, it's this map
someone link me the Tom Biz tweet.
The most, I think,
what have I just seen?
All of the others with how heavy you're looking to dive in on those executions. And again, like you were talking about that composition, I feel like with GIANTX, we have to expect a complete change.
Why is that a thing?
Because it wasn't working.
Crazy.
They didn't even, on defense, which was the half that I believe they started on, just couldn't even find space to retake.
Well, let's jump straight into Agent Select to see if we're going to see any of those changes. Also starts in the interview talking about
happened in the pre-show? What did I miss?
There is going to be changes, but actually, Tommy, it looks like they're going backwards.
Chat, maybe a flashbang, watch out.
The thing is, I think GIANTX going back to the default comp, there's a few people out there that will be quite happy about that. I think Purple back on Jet makes a lot of sense. I think him being able to take space is important. I'm a little bit more disappointed with the team.
What is this,
bro?
bro?
I still think he can frag and do well on that agent.
I definitely agree. And then when you look over towards the
What
side
the
of
hell is
Koi,
going on?
For their composition, nothing's changing
thick
realistically from
neck,
the last
dude.
time that we saw them on this map. I don't think that that's realistically too surprising. We've also seen Stark, so for that KO, that's the agent that he's always been the most comfortable on, and it really enables him to fight for himself as well, which is where he tends to shine.
Yeah, I think their comp is probably one of my favorites at the moment. I think the Gecko KO combination, especially
Wendy
along
Hulk,
with the
thank you
Killjoy
so
Viper,
much.
allows
Thank you
for
for the
such
8
good
months.
A executes. You can basically cover the entire site.
God, tell me that wasn't on actual broadcast. They can't do me that dirty.
So I think this for me is the meta comp, and the other side is sort
There's
of the
no
old
way they
school
can
meta
do me
comp.
that dirty.
It's more so going to come down
That's
to
up
the
there with the
individuals at the end of the
FNS
day,
call
but
out.
I would slightly favor Koi going into this one.
Okay, do you slightly favor Koi? You're pushing for that 2-0. Well, Koi, the last time that they played this against Vitality, got 9 rounds just based off of retakes. Let's see
It was
if they
used
can
on the
keep it
main
up as we toss
broadcast?
this to your
That's
casters,
crazy.
Pansy and Steel.
Thank
How
you
have I
so
been done
much,
that
Anistus.
day?
Yeah, we got a couple of question marks coming into this one, but Icebox is Koi's pick. This is what they've opted to go into. And after picking up map 1 quite convincingly, how does this now sit with you?
Oh, fuck.
I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out because
thank God I missed that.
typically they're better on their attack, and here they're starting on defense of this map, which means that GIANTX also picked attack because it was Koi's map pick. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Hopefully GIANTX is reset. Everyone's
GIANTX
splashing
is
water on
running
their
the
face or
single
something
initiator.
because I can't watch that
Very
again.
interesting to see.
Koi on
We'll give a couple
defense,
of notes on that then
GIANTX on
going into
attack.
this one. As you highlighted, Koi will be on the defending side and GIANTX on the attack. Now, considering that Camo's pushed up here, he's heard that step down below. And now drone is a bit of an issue, especially now, so he has to back out from this. But going to burn that quite early.
Or fakes a shot like he dropped down. Like it. Like it a lot.
Quite like that. Still very much chomping at the bit here. A little bit of chip damage, but nothing major.
Here.
Heal's gonna be invested. Oh,
Whoa.
shot from Starso. That's Purple.
Oh,
Look at this
yeah,
timing.
okay.
The flash invest, or Dizzy invested, and the re-swing.
Who's this team?
He's feeling confident after map 1, and rightly so.
Who is this
Koi looking,
team, bro?
should I say it, flawless, really, in this one. And Lucia flawless at start off map 2. Josh, that was gorgeous to watch.
This is a reborn team.
Who are they?
I don't know what's going on right now. It's like, I'm not
Philip,
entirely sure what's
thank you
happening
so
with
much,
the
mate.
situation with Barbar, but it's like, these guys look completely reinvented.
Thank you so much, Philip.
So, yeah, maybe him not leaving is the player. Or maybe threatening to leave, maybe getting, I don't know what's going on, but these guys are completely different.
It always feels like, you know, when the pressure gets removed, when these players aren't, you know, under the...
Is it literally just a pressure
spotlight so
thing?
much, but when there's change of foot, it can be one of two things. Either they
Oh,
completely,
dude, I thought for a
capitulate
second there,
pieces, or
I
they
thought
just have
they
this,
tactical
random
timed out.
upswing in form.
I
For
would
pistol.
agree with that if it was
About to lose my
something to
mind.
do with how they're performing individually
Sure,
in terms of
sure.
hitting shots or taking more risks individually, things like that. But this is not that. This is more of a team effort. This is more about how they're playing together. It's about how they're moving together, especially on their defense. It's about just the way that they're approaching their attack side, doing their due diligence, using the ultimates, the set plays that they have. It's more
sleeping.
than just, oh, there's no pressure, so they get to be loose.
Sure.
Because when we see that, typically it's people just running around and going for shots.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. And just to give you guys a heads up, obviously we are in a tech pause. That is going to be, I believe, a Koi audio issue. So once that's resolved, hopefully all will be good. You can see headset is off. So once the headset's back on, generally everything's good. But how you
Look like
been,
he's
Josh?
enjoying himself.
I've been hanging out, you know, just me, just hanging around.
Yeah, that's it. Just been hanging around.
Pretty much. I mean, don't know really what else there is to do.
Man, I've been on the Elden Ring hype.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
How many hours you put in on
too
the weekend?
many. Too many. Mate, I didn't
Maybe
even
not
see
Zinho,
sunlight.
hello.
Yeah, look.
Dude,
I'm
everyone
willing to
from
suffer.
Heretics is
It's so
popping in
good.
today.
You know that meme where it's like you're in the room and then like the curtains open and then there's the bright light and you're just like, what is this? And you close the curtain.
Yeah,
I
literally,
feel like
no.
that's you right now.
It truly is. I've been thoroughly enjoying myself, and you know, and getting a tech pause feels like playing Elden Ring. You know, it's
Play
just
Elden
that
Ring?
endless
The one-player game,
pain.
right? Not a chance, man.
Hopefully, we get to see this. Oh no, we don't want more headsets off. Start, so put your headset on, please, please, man, please. I was doing really well without this.
He was rolling
Who else
down the
came in? We'll do a
slide. I mean,
Benji, Miniboo,
is it really a game without you?
Webbers maybe
And
lurking.
attack pause?
You
kind
did
of
this.
in
No,
tandem.
you did this.
I did
You can
not
play
do
it
this.
co-op?
this
Oh,
because
okay.
you started being positive.
Then maybe not too bad.
Yeah, okay,
This is
that's
karma.
what's caused it.
This is karma.
You know what?
Flip the switch.
Fair play.
Yep.
When I've been pessimistic,
screen.
when I've been
Flawless.
heavily critical, and
Yeah, it's
Dude,
been
everyone really
honestly
rates that
flawless
game
all the
though,
time.
right?
yeah, there have been no tech pauses
Not
last
once.
People like
last week there was none, right?
religiously love
And
it.
Yep.
You were notorious. It's like 100%
Exactly.
win record.
You were
for
the counter.
I am the counter to that.
Can you
That's like,
give me a little like?
we should cast a Fnatic game.
Literally a 10 out of 10, really.
What better test?
It would, or PaperX, because PaperX
Or
only
PaperX.
ever lose when I'm casting.
Ilzinho
this. It's very
VIP.
upsetting. I
When he
really
wins
like
champs,
PaperX.
dude.
That would mean I have to go to champs.
Win champs, give
I
VIP.
don't know if
Rule.
Twitch chat's ready for that.
I don't know, man. I don't know if anyone's ready for that. You're not allowed
When
in
you
majors,
masters,
right?
you win
Josh?
champs, you
Figure
get
that out,
VIP
man.
automatically.
But no, look,
I will be
it's soon. It'll be
TM.
let off the leash. It's fine. But no, yeah, we could do a bit of that. I think that actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
Dude,
You
this
know what I
picture
mean?
of me is
Maybe you could you
outrageous,
just
man.
try
It's
like
sick.
a little bit of negativity? Just give me
little
like a
bit?
sentence. Just something here. You know, focus it towards GIANTX. Come on, they just lost pistol round. Give me.
I
give
could
me
do
a Josh
I
hot
could do a
take.
generic
Yeah,
pessimism.
it
like,
doesn't have to be too specific.
these
Give
ranked
VIP,
queues take so
Fabian, put
long,
up
and
with
then
my-
you get in a game, and then
15 years
you have
ago,
an
that's
ISO,
crazy.
a neon, a chamber,
Yeah.
and a jet lock instantly.
Yo,
and
you
then
were
a
lucky I was
dodge,
bringing
and
the
then you have
vibes
wait
to
5
every
minutes for the
practice.
requeue.
Nice.
And it's basically the same thing up here, right?
Okay, I like that. Thank you. I see movement on
We got-
stage now.
We got a no calmer, right?
Yeah, classic.
No headset, obviously.
Yeah, insta-muted.
2024.
Yeah. Playing off speakers. I did try and play.
What
Feedback
the
coming in
hell,
through the
man?
microphone.
Oh, don't. I did try and play on my laptop on a round table with no mouse pad. I
Yeah.
don't know what I was thinking. I'm so sorry to any of my teammates. It wasn't my best work.
15-year-old drama, dude.
I'm
Neil
okay
just
right
can't
now
drop
with
it,
this. I
man.
have like a crescent table. It's
Okay,
not
okay.
it's not a full round table.
Sure, it's usable, but it's
like
not ideal.
bolted to the wall, and it's a little bit of a crescent. It's
Okay.
almost a rectangle. Close enough. but
Okay,
not-
okay.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
And I've just been repping the PUBGs, to be honest, because I'm on the Wi-Fi, so
classic.
Don't want to risk anything with it.
Yeah.
And these two are really trying to get fired.
the
Just talking
team
about
might
every
have
game that isn't
worked.
Valorant.
I'm seeing headsets on. I'm seeing glasses on. He's washing his hands. Oh, why did we cut to that?
Wait, what?
Some peace,
Beautiful.
Man. See, sometimes
Thank you for
I
that.
swear that the guys who do the little switches, they're like, he's picking his nose. Go to camera 3. Camera 3 nose pick. Lovely. Camera 2 now.
All right,
on the
he's
player spitting.
lifting one leg off of his chair.
I swear.
His teammates are plugging their noses.
Okay, we're back in game. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate you guys.
Toxic chat was very toxic back in the day.
Spurred it back into place.
Very toxic.
However, GIANTX are going to be kind of
You gotta live and learn.
Gonna be
What life's about. Live and learn.
and
But honestly, if you were on a team with
anything to go by,
Nilzinho,
our
you'd be
first round
toxic
was
too, man.
Really
You
beautifully
gotta get
done,
through the
like
day
boys.
somehow.
I'd love to see a bit more of that. For now, GIANTX just
okay.
going through the paces, looking for small victories.
They're a lot of
here.
death.
And they still have the wall from Redgar. They never used it on pistol. That might get them a plan. I don't know if it's worth expending it though.
Yeah, we'll see what they opt for. Already
This
losing.
picture that
Oh,
Tom
Burbo
Biz
makes it pretty
is
difficult. There it
killing
is.
me.
Do you get a plant for this?
It's
We'll
actually killing me.
see.
It's so
Expensive
sick.
plan, but it's a plan.
Yeah. Plant going to come in. I've lied. I can't believe I've lied to you like this.
I feel like he trolled us, not you trolled.
Was it a shock dart? What stopped him from doing it? I'm not sure what the actual utility
Where's our
investment
plant?
was, but yeah,
Where's my
Reese is
plant?
perfect. Koi firmly in control. 2 Andalusia flawlesses now, back to back. Their money's gonna be in a great position, really going forward in this one. And I don't know what the stall was there on the plant. Something must have stopped him.
I need to see a replay. I feel like he thought he planted and then got off because he thought it was done.
No.
Yeah, but then you can plant
really
after, right?
Close from what
Is
I
there someone
saw.
else?
Please.
So.
Come on, give us a replay.
Come on, EVS.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, EVS team. You're so good,
Go on.
normally. You're my favorite people. Oh.
Okay, that's the opening kill.
Okay, top of sight. He ate a flash. KO nade.
Come on, EVS. I was on your
Yeah,
side.
I think they mosh pit KO naded.
We'll say it was utility. It was
Yeah, there was at least a KO
now
nade there.
Scorino. Careful now.
His teammates are going out.
Okay, he does
There it
camo.
is.
Oh, he still went down there. I thought maybe with the help from camo, that could have been enough to maybe at least get him a
Yeah,
one-for-one
let's see the
trade for
confidence,
himself,
man.
but
Let's see
not
it.
to be.
Swing
But
him.
repositioning towards the back of yellow here. Let's see what they've got left util-wise. Cloud's already used
Wait,
the dart.
what?
Okay, yeah, he does get pinged with
KO
this, so
flash.
I was kind of wondering if he got away with it.
Starkso,
Didn't.
bro.
Purpo's done well. Ball's there, plant in. I'm gonna actually wait, plant's not in. Once again, I keep lying. I can't stop myself. Yeah, stalled out though.
I know. Maybe Redgar's been playing Wingman and has been just clicking a button.
Playing
and it
wingman.
automatically plants, and he's forgetting that he has to actually hold it. 4 on the knife.
Here we go, it's fine. No. Third attempt, Dizzy going in. Oh, fourth attempt. Redgar's really quite exposed here.
He's waiting for the wall.
Oh god, oh
The same
god.
wall's down.
Oh, let's go.
Redgar, it
Dude,
feels unfair.
This game needs to
Like,
get
they've stalled them
investigated.
out really
dude.
well. Like,
What
a lot of
are they
credit to
doing?
Koi here. They have done really good stall, but now as a response, GIANTX need to find a fight here. They need some safety, and they nearly find it. Starkso now in a 1v2, but look at the HP. Plants there. That's a punish. And oh, the
Jesus
trade,
Christ.
Purpo. You left that real
Well,
late
good
in the
bonus
day,
for
bud.
Koi.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the negative right now, just to avoid another tech pause potentially. Starkso, why are you turning around? You know that there's no way this guy's planting the spike without someone baiting him. Hey, planter goes down, instant trade. Why not just hold your ground, wait for the swing, and go for that fight instead of turning your back and potentially like you have no recourse there.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, back to positivity.
Oh,
Yeah,
Redgar's got
please,
this.
please. I think I need to go back to positivity.
Light shields.
Can't believe some of the crap I'm
Love
seeing.
an outlaw. Not going to get played here though. Camo going to opt for the Vandal instead, which is perfectly fine. Contact made again towards B long. This time, obviously, Grabino playing a little bit safer now.
So the last team we saw run this comp of GX, it was Team Liquid.
Ooh, that's a nice shock
They
dart.
were using middle
Here we
a
go.
lot in that
Something to be
game.
positive
I wonder
about.
if GIANTX is
The
gonna
6 double
trying
bounce to kill the
force
mollies.
through B here, because that's where Koi's putting a lot of their defense and their stall.
But again, it was a lot of investment for Purpo to take towards yellow.
Okay, they create question mark.
I don't know if they
Against a
feel like
comp
they've
that
drawn
struggles to
full
clear
rotations,
question marks.
but
That's perfect. Starkso gets his knife. When on earth
fair
does he
amount
want to
of
use it?
presence here, but I don't know if I like it.
It was a big investment, and I wish they would left someone, maybe yellow, but yellow.
I think it's just so fine. The comp can't clear.
Maybe at the lane or
Flash to
middle.
clear.
But right now,
It's a little bit. Okay, and knife as well. Flash to clear yellow, knife goes on top, so at least it rotates relatively fast, but it should just be able to
wait and
wall
see
plant.
how clean they get away with this. Oh god, red guard. His one singular dream is to plant the spike.
And he can't use the sage wall now.
Nope.
And now he can't use a sage wall.
It's stalled out. Here we go. Finally, dreams do come true. The plant's in, red guard, job done. Oh,
Who was clapping there?
Gets caught on that one. No one really responding
Is
quickly
that
to
still
this one.
clapping?
They're pushing in, do they not? Maybe the headsets are down again.
I've got to say as well, Hoodie's taking a long old route here.
He thought they were instantly going to turn around and deal with him, but he went around and they stalled. They're looking for him right now. We could see that Grabino's looking for this flank.
Okay, Wingman gets denied on the defuse, so they're going to have to put bodies behind it, but 2 players been picked up already.
Feels so
Purpo and
fine.
Coutinho
Hoodie
going
wins the
down.
round.
Late lurk finally coming in from Hoodie, and it's actually timed quite nicely now. Going to be an insurance policy on this round, going to make it incredibly costly.
Much better.
Molly went down
This is a
before
good
he
round.
fell.
Question mark over towards B. Against the comp, they can't clear question marks easily. Into the decision to go over towards A. This is a nice round. We're back. We're back to normality.
Yep. Wingman with the reds.
With a wall.
And a wall. There you go. That's a lot. That's great.
What did I miss, chat? I was looking at the mini-map.
This is
Get the gun.
Steps. It still feels a little bit dangerous. It doesn't feel, you know,
Thank God I was looking at the mini-map.
secure yet in
We
how
got some
other team are approaching
positivity.
it, but the buy will be better for GIANTX by a little bit of a margin. You've got the knives there for Purpo, so they can round out the buy. On the other side, there's still a little bit left over. They're going to equal out that money. Phantom out for Camo. Couple of sheriffs, a little bit of light armor here and there. So certainly not without a little bit of danger. A proactive deep knife finds nothing. So they might rotate off the back of this.
Grabino actually gave his weapon away. He is the one that saved, and he gave it to... Wait.
God damn, that was a nice little knife there. Purpo, good start. The Danger Man Camo is here though, the one with the rifle.
Yeah, Recon's good as well. Wall plant. This time we're actually committing to the plant. We go to the left as well because they're going to spam the right.
Even getting away
Oh
with
man,
life. So
this okay. I
job
feel
done,
so
2
much
rounds
better
in a
now.
row. Camo, how much danger can you cause? How much threat? How much util? You got a Dizzy here, you got Wingman, you got a couple of bits and pieces, flash, knife, all sorts. But he's just going in. The Dizzy didn't go deep enough, and he does go down. Cloud gonna confirm it. That's Camo gone.
Good molly.
Yeah, he's got the classic. Actually, that
This
is
before
kinda
the
nice
jet
here. That's gonna
pushing
force
would have
him
been
out,
pretty
but no one
cool.
to really punish. Shadow gonna find Redgar. Still dangerous, but Shadow
Wow,
again
Shadow is
gonna
hitting
find
some
Hoodie.
shots.
How's this getting as close as it is? Shadow's with a quick pickup. Gonna try and get that defuse started. Maybe get it to halfway here. Gonna spot the first. Patino gonna take at least a challenge on this. Time's ticking. I mean, yeah, too late. They got so close on that though. I mean, they've done incredibly well.
It was a nice
considering,
eco.
But you felt they were
Yeah, they keep
close
2
to
guns.
getting
Actually
the
wasn't too
full
bad
job
at all.
done. Red Bull clutch, yes. But bloody hell, down to the wire, 2 to 3. A close affair between these two.
Am I making stuff up, or did Grabino actually save that weapon from the round before it?
They were...
You know, I think this is the
I think so, right?
troubles of getting older, is that sometimes you go a little senile and forget things.
A little senile.
A little, yeah. Because I swear Grabino had the rifle, and then it ended up in Camo's hands, and he went aggressive on yellow and did get... I think he only hit 1 body shot on 3 targets right next to each other.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I like the push on this one. Camo.
Josh, we're gonna have to start, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can we do that anymore?
Nope. Nope, I want to keep my job. Thank you. For now, though, we're going to look at the ult side to come through here. Shadow's got his. We're going to have Cloud on the other side. And Koi, really happy to test the waters deeper. Sitting closer towards Maze here. Pressuring a little, but GIANTX not really deterred from the end goal. Heading straight on forward, Redgar going to pop the wall back on up, but now he's in a little bit of trouble. Camo still chomping at the bit, and he seemed completely unaware of the possibility that Camo's still there. Kept safe by the wall in play. So a second time of asking now, they're going to need that plant down. Yeah, there it is. Shadow's ult going to be brought in. Does get dealt with, but where's that second layer? There it is, but GIANTX ready, waiting, perfectly played. Now
Nice
Shadow
shots
and
from Eddie.
Shadow's not going to have the same sort of impact that they'd have wanted. It's a 4-man firing squad down there. Hopefully they've got eyes on. Plant now, going to come in.
Spike planted.
Cloud stealing Redgar's job. Okay, first man. Not going to get him more.
Okay,
no. Cloud,
nice shots
Purpo
though.
safe. And I
Yeah,
thought
I tell you what, their last rounds have given me a lot more
and
hope.
that kind
than
of re-hit that they
been
went
good.
for, that was going to find huge value. It just found nothing. GIANTX seemed really prepared for it.
And I said wow, and it might have sounded like I was surprised, but it was actually saying wow because I am constantly impressed with how good these guys are showing a good game right now.
That felt so difficult for you to say, didn't it?
What the hell?
A little bit like pulling teeth.
Yeah, blood from a stone, all of that sort of thing.
Okay, Josh did great there.
Constantly
He's really
impressed
convincing.
Is our Josh. 4-2 though, GIANTX now with a string of rounds. Starting to stabilize a little bit more. No timeouts called yet, either for Koi. Happy to run this a couple more times. Looking like they want to lean into us. Presence in middle.
Like that. This guy had the alarm bot close though. But I like the plan in general. Flash peek into Killjoy alarm bot down. Get early info. And then they still got the turret as well. You might not think they have the turret when they do this.
Teammates feeling no pressure to stack this. Here comes the alarm bot getting broken. No sweat. Turret still's got the A flank. Killjoy's got the mid to B. They get to hold this line.
They still seem worried about it.
They are a little bit worried about it, but I mean, it's defensive icebox. You can't really do anything on this site. You just have to put the wall up and take the fights when there's the actual commit. Rotation away from A.
This is all on Grabino, isn't it, really? Does he hear the steps?
Yeah, it's another good round from Giants though. They broke the alarm bot. They have pressure over towards A. It's another round where they can't clear the question mark over towards A. It should be a weaker B site.
Such low time. I feel like these guys are going to time out again.
Maybe because they didn't make sound over towards A, or maybe someone heard them. They get 3 people here. Might be okay for Koi. Shados is his ult to retake.
I mean, the lockdown's going to come out as well. This makes the post.
So it's a lockdown that means that they have to just sit in right side of yellow. We got anything on top of this? The flash swing? Oi, okay. I'm so glad we saw the extra level on this. We had a molly as well to make sure that they couldn't sit behind and get back behind yellow. It's a great round from Koi. Hey, that was cool. Ooh, actually, this is nice.
Lockdown coming in. That flash was outstanding from Sarzo.
I wonder if we're going to catch it on the replay. I think the reason why that flash was so effective was we actually saw a mosh pit kill.
Yeah, the mosh pit is to the right of them.
Back yellow. Instead of swinging to their right to go back towards lane, they swung to their left, which is exactly where that flash popped. And if you pay attention to where Grabino threw his orb, he actually threw his orb on the Viper wall, GIANTX's Viper wall. So they pushed through their own orb with the flash, which popped in their eyes as they're running away from the mosh pit, and one player runs back in the mosh pit and dies to it.
Yeah,
so
and this was a, I mean, it's just a, you can tell though, you can tell they worked on this whole round itself, right?
Best friends again.
This whole round itself was worked on because that's why they get the alarm bot for early info, so he knows that he can ult, because they want to get early info if someone's coming for his ult. That's where this X is. So honestly, shout out to Koi. That was a lovely round. And you're kind of looking at it from Giants POV. You see this ult and you're like, well, I can hide behind left of yellow. I'm alright here.
Caught on the pipes. Dizzy back in, double flash. Yeah, this is nice. Koi really pressuring, but Shadow gonna fall. And in the meantime,
Not sure about the aggro strat where people are so committed against Rez though.
Still, he's got a lot of room to play with. So it's kind of both on the lurks here. Do they pull the plug from this hit towards A and then bank on B, or do they continue on their pathing here? And knife again, they still know they're around. Camo, just unwilling to relent.
I think Shadows can control the flank once that Viper makes that pressure, but this lockdown, denied.
Oh.
Lurk on the lurk here. Yep,
Grabino's all the way in attacker spot, and there it goes, yep.
Freebie on that one, and the lockdown's been dealt with. So now the map feels small, it feels claustrophobic for GIANTX, but they got to fight forward, and they're doing just that. Starkzo, I mean, I don't know how he got away even with the first, but he does. Fatini on the trade out, Shados on the backside, trying to stall out time.
Oh, why is everyone dropping off before getting kills? What's going on here? Rez still no plant.
Plant needs to come in pretty soon here.
Grabino.
Can't handle any more stall. Grabino gonna get a glance here, and it's Shados!
Oh my, okay, nicely done for Giants to get this round.
Keeps in control, but man, that got close.
It's getting real close on some of these rounds. That flank from Grabino was huge. some of these opening picks. Like, I don't even mind the fact that Shadow went down there because they're doing such good jobs of just comboing these flashes. So many instances where multiple enemies are flashed, kind of lined up in the open. And
yeah, the decision. So I love the round before. The decision of the push on this round when it had Sage Res, I didn't massively love it.
It's not like it's one
especially with the agents that they committed so heavy with.
They've hit it at B on the retakes. They've hit it
oh
on,
my god, they're giving it.
Pistol round, I think they did it on. Yeah. They've done it a couple other times on A. Like, they're doing a really good job of it.
Also, saw Cloud getting a little
22. How's the
there.
game been? A real mixed match, dude. We got some really nice rounds and some really bad rounds, and it's like a pick and mix, man. We don't know what we're gonna get next.
And in these close rounds, it feels like it's kind of hard to consider what to do. There's no clear-cut plan because it can be so close in some of these moments, right? It doesn't feel like it needs a complete, you know, ethos change or anything of that sort. It's just kind of like tuning up little bits and pieces. In this predicament, they do need to find a response though, because again,
mostly on the bad side, yeah, but there's been some savior rounds in there. Don't get me wrong. That Killjoy round is like a lovely round that other teams should steal. When you see new stuff like that in a map that we've seen played so long, I like that. Like that a lot.
He can't be as aggressive with the flashes, but he gets to have a deep line and punish any lurks, and we've seen that happen a couple times from Hoodie. It looks like they might just steal this B line and contain GIANTX towards A. Oh, down the tube as well. Oh.
Yeah, you were lucky to not get punished even on the first there, it felt like. Shados just about got away with his life, but Starzo wasn't so lucky.
But he's taking the line at B now. He's going to get in garage. He might even...
How aggro do we go?
With the way that these guys are split up so much right now.
I mean, he's just not getting out of here.
This is the garage angle. Now this is bad because he has no one to back him up.
How do you react to dash get out of there? Good reaction. Oh my god.
He's actually not been thoroughly punished on this. The outthrow doesn't fully... He's being closed down on those. Look at this split, 3-2 split. He's got pressure.
Oh my god, what a nightmare round for him. It's so hard to deal with everything that was going on. Like, Giants did the most perfect call here, to be honest.
Plant should be going down. They've cleared it. GIANTX
when the killer middle goes down, it's a devastating round.
Taking away all
good news for Giants is everyone surviving, no one have to rebuy armor. 3k money. Got to rebuy bit of the util. They're in a really good spot.
On the lurker, hey, they're down tube. They got the spam kill. Okay, cool. Got the spam kill. Let's go back towards B now. That's the only thing that really makes a lot of sense to me. And I might have missed something earlier on in the round though. But
I've never seen you make mistakes, Josh. Never.
Look, you know, you could be like VLR and Reddit and stuff and pretend that I never say that I make mistakes, but
look, it's fine. Everything is good. 5 alive for GIANTX. Got a nice little operator in hand. Then, you know, after what was a pretty dreary map 1, let's, you know, call it what it is. 5 rounds wasn't very, you know, wasn't what they were looking for by any means. To come in here on the map choice of Koi and actually look a little revitalized. I want to give credit where it's due here. They've been looking quite nice with this one. Navigating through quite an aggressive side as well. Koi's not been pulling any punches. They've been happy to pressure, to push, maybe to their own downfall at times after seeing, you know, Starzo and Shadows.
Can't buy the best guns on top of this, on top of the 3 save guns.
Still, they've navigated all those threats. They've got themselves 6 rounds in hand.
Got a nice ult here on the Sova.
Rubino's going to play on A. I wonder if he should have dropped the Phantom to one of his teammates and taken a Judge instead so he could play with his ultimate as soon as he realizes it's a commit to A. It's aggressive push from Camo.
Yeah, this is great though. With the knife, confirmed that no one's hiding over towards the right.
To this. Cloud has his Hunter's Fury, might use it to zone.
Waiting to see.
I tell you what's nice. I know that Koi are done for this year, but it's nice to see some of the stuff they worked on that maybe they didn't get to show.
Like it does it. At least with this setup, I'm kind of waiting to see what the third piece of this is though. With Shadow coming over, this high-low doesn't get rewarded. Wall's gonna be there.
Here's the reaction.
There it is. So as soon as they get this close, what does Red Guard do? Plant up top, spam.
There's 2 people there to spam.
There it is, yeah. Spam did come in. That's done really well for them here. Koi looking actually like they were very well prepared for this. At least with the first couple of steps they've taken.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Sersha all off contact.
On the other side of the site right now. I think that's what they should go for. don't know if he's going to go for
Yeah,
that.
because you have the wall here. You can still just ult. Yeah. Maybe the ult before the plant is risky. And nade is unbelievable.
It still feels dangerous with Shadows getting an angle like that. Just maybe even a shot straight into the pit. Don't know how much Shadows saw, but saw enough. Now starting to dwindle in numbers. Hoodie trying to hold this one
Still
safe, but
impossible to plant.
Still struggling for that one, and Hoodie.
This Hoodie just kills everyone.
Shadow's positioning could be huge. Look at the timing on
Oh
this
my
one.
god, that's so unlucky.
Comes
Goes
out
for the
on top
plant.
of
We got any
that.
spammers?
Plant's in there.
Spike planted.
Oh, spammers with this time.
Let's see what they go for here. GIANTX with 3. Koi finding it difficult now. It's dropped.
Not a lot of places to play around the pit, though. These are spammable lines, and the Viper actually left it. The ult's going to drop.
Yeah, dropping on both sides.
So vaulty for the
One
enemy
remaining.
Yeah.
Hey, Hoodie kind of saved them here. And by kind of, I mean Hoodie 100% saved them here.
It's too late. And don't worry, you can call it a bomb. Baby Bay did it the whole time, so you're fine. Just, bomb site, CTT.
Thank you.
It's alright, I give you permission. You get one a game.
I get one a game?
Yeah, one a game.
Well, you do like 5 a game, though.
What are you saying?
I'm not taking notes or anything like that. Like, I don't know what you think that I use this for, but it's definitely only a counter for how many times.
I never make mistakes. What do you mean? I said deagle once, alright? There's once! Leave me alone.
I like the reaction from GIANTX there. I think it was a really good decision to counter ulti on the other side instead of trying to reposition somewhere else.
That's because it was your idea.
Yeah, honestly. Maybe we need another tech pause check to make sure that their headsets are on correctly.
Yeah. Because there's no way anyone would come to the same conclusion as you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, true. Okay, 3-7, and the judge idea now gets brought out. However, not going to be able to be complementing that with a pit.
But I could get into garage with the backup from Camo up top.
It still feels so risky.
Wait. Yep.
Whoa.
Okay, timing might be nice on this
And
one.
they shot the drone.
With how ready is Redgar?
It's
better be now.
Yep.
Now what?
Just needs to wait. Oh,
it's fine. It's fine.
Why?
It
was
felt
fine.
unnecessary, didn't it?
Like, you're expecting that it's only the Sova
it was
drone
okay.
there? That's it? Nobody else is
He thinks there's 2 people here. Doesn't know about the third. I was alright with
That's
it.
a bit greedy.
I would maybe go for the judge kill, but
Not the ideal way. That could have been a huge start for them. That could have been so huge.
I think if I had judge there, I'm sending it. I think the only mistake there is trying to pick up the other gun. Because you're not getting out.
Here as well.
Do they carry on or do they...
Yo!
Oh, what a shot.
Stop!
Greedy little fingers.
They're really pushing me, huh? They're testing me.
Yeah, they heard positive Josh was around, so they're like, what can we do?
It's actually sick. This is like one of the best games for him to commit to being positive.
They don't know that the site's completely open, but it is. So they can just kind of walk in completely free here. GIANTX. I mean, as much as Grabino made the mistake, they were ready for that. Didn't let that go too far, punishing off the back of the kill on Redgar. Nice work from GIANTX. And as I said, I do want to highlight how well they've pivoted back after not a fantastic map one. So plants in there. And 2 remaining players. I mean, your options aren't great.
Just gonna be saving this one.
You're looking at your notepad. Did I say bomb or something?
No, you didn't. It's a 4-on-2, and these guys started on an eco, and there's 1 round left, and that means that they're going to go for it. If Shadows gets a kill here, he will have lockdown for the retake on the next round. That might adjust their setup. So going for that
Sounds
is going to be
so
interesting.
disappointed.
For the defuse.
Got to start going soon, though. Okay.
Well, that's a start.
Well, there it is.
Just kidding.
There was the start, and there it closed. Done. GIANTX, big first half coming through here. Already up to 8. Could close out incredibly strong.
Gonna look better on this map.
Couple of ults to bank in as well.
At least on attack, we'll see. Again, it's very attack side.
Knives as well for Purpo, really nice. Now on the other side, Starkzo and Shadow do have theirs. So
Yeah, I think he just gone out right side that. He committed around the corner anyway.
And just the need to feed, overwhelming.
We've got the need for feed. I like it.
Thanks, man. That's really kind of you.
Okay, Shay doesn't run away from his ult.
Right now, Cloud with the Hunter's Fury, Purpo with the Blade Storm, is that there is Starkzo with his ultimate, so he could definitely disarm both those. He could use those reactively as soon as he hears this.
Oh boy, who's seen this ult before? Insta drone.
You know Cloud is good at that. Instantly takes away Shados. And I think Shados was one of the players who was near to that one away, I think,
was,
from
he
the
was.
lockdown.
And we had a knife, which they did try and get over towards there, but we also had this.
Timings are open for access, and GIANTX realizes this.
There was
They
a
set
dart.
up their Killjoy on
I mean,
A,
maybe
and
that's
they get
worse.
to go and walk out.
Maybe that's honestly
aware of
worse. It was nice though, at least.
space
Okay, I mean,
created
at least
there
they had the
for
knife to
GIANTX
try
and
and
Koi
break
both
the
responding to
if
that
he's
newly
turret, if he's
available
droning.
avenue forward.
We had a
Camo
we had an
Shadow
attempt
with
to
the
try and
challenge
counter
with
it.
the task.
I had the spike.
Drone available to reclear B. They're going to use it as a...
Oh, it was a nice shot.
Okay, well, never mind.
And does that feel indicative, seeing Purpo backpedaling like that? I don't know how much stock you put into it, but you're feeling
Did he
like
go
maybe
searching with
they're
the
leaning back this way,
with
but
the
now you've had
gecko ult though?
contact on B.
A little bit crazy,
That
but
was
let him off.
a misplay on the overall goal of GIANTX. They were
Yeah, recon for
originally
back
gonna go
yellow,
together,
can't
but then
shoot
they
it from
chose,
sight.
Never mind, this is falling apart, it's unwinding.
Hoodie,
The
30
seams.
seconds
they were
left.
trying to sell a fake maybe, but it feels desperate. But look at what they've done. They pulled them off from this.
They're getting kind of what they wanted, but they lost too many players in the process. I'll try to break it down.
Official to retake.
Planted.
They are
Thrash
looking
is
for a Laka.
Starkso has ultimate.
Cloud's got one shock dart left, and he
Yeah,
doesn't
this is
have
nice.
his-
Oh,
They
I'm
realized
surprised
they were pushed
Cloud
up
didn't
by
go for a
screens, they wanna
Laka after
take these
seeing that
fights.
Yeah, they need a pick.
knife here.
They almost had one. They almost had one, but almost isn't enough. They're trying to stall out time. Towards the
Okay, a
top
lot
side
up to
here.
Red
Stark's
guy
gonna
here.
pop the
See
ult.
this flash?
Shadow's still got his. Red
Oh, he
guard
ate that
eats
flash.
that flash.
Ooh. Oh,
Almost
almost.
had a chance at it, but no.
Yeah,
Cloud's
almost.
on the run. Coutinho, opportunity beckoning though. Reno going to find him on the 1-for-1 trade, and the
A
numbers
good
are
swing.
not enough.
Good swing.
A little bit of recovery
Okay,
at the
at
end
least
there, but
GIANTX
it
are
got
looking a lot
messy
better.
then,
Koi had
Josh.
some nice
It got a little
rounds.
messy, and I think
They
what was
did it
happening
got
for
very
GIANTX
messy.
was
They had
put
some
the
nice
Viper
rounds
orb
in
up at
there.
mid, they want to cross back to B together, and then in the process of all that, they're
Or
like,
is
wait,
enough on
no,
defense?
we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
fake
agree.
reclear B with a drone, but we're actually gonna go back to A. But in the timing that they're crossing back to A, the orb drops, he gets picked out, and then that causes all the weird stuff to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why we see this forced play by Hoodie on B. Hey, we lost a player, like I need to sell this. He swings out, he dies as well, and things just start falling apart for them.
Bravo, bravo, guys.
Dang.
4 rounds to their name. Koi just about
We get
clinging
half-time,
on
1
to
minute
hope
now.
here, but during all of the bigger gun rounds, they only claimed 1. It was a drought for some time. GIANTX had their number, and they were playing very well. Again, a little bit of a reminder of the potential of some of the individuals on this
Oh.
team and how well they can play.
Yeah,
when
it's just
stars
the timer
align.
of this.
Now, do they have what it takes on the defending side? Can they take us to a third? Does Koi have the
Two
wherewithal
people
to
beat
bring
the
us back
recon.
here? Quick
They,
moves and
oh,
no
this is a
respect
nice
shown from
pistol. They
Camo.
knife
Got the
close
info,
if
and
it
that's gonna help his
hits.
teammates at B
You flash
with
swing around the
confidence. Hey,
corner.
We've seen like
Yeah.
2, maybe even 3 people here. Go
Wait,
take
this
it.
was a
It's
sick
free,
pistol
open
from
up.
Koi.
He kept 4 players there, kept his life, did a little bit of,
Yeah, it was
got
nice.
just a
Really
little bit
early dash up towards the top, and then you wait for the
Right.
flash.
Still forward position. Does get shoulder checked by Purpo there, so Purpo, credit where it's due
Few
to at least
positions where
keep
you could
that in
get
the
wrecked
forefront of
from,
his
but I
mind.
still kind of
again,
like it.
The reposition is hard to handle. Redgar now isolated from the others and just put to death. Grabino's now a problem. They have to put time and manpower to try to clear him out. They can't leave him on his own, and that's what they try and do. They just send Purpo in, just flying through it. But now you look at the post plant.
Yeah, and Starkso has a nade.
Still got the nade as well. Whole lot of stall here to work through, but Shadows
Starkso nade goes out.
Coutinho,
Looks
the
good.
last man alive. It's a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in.
A lovely pistol, man.
He's got so many steps to take. Starkso too low down on HP, but he's fine.
Dude, someone's been cooking in Koi. They got some new
Not
stuff.
even threatening.
They got some new stuff not seen before.
That's a really interesting thing that I'm trying to like break down in my head right now about what Grabino did there.
Okay.
They had the 5-on-4, and they knew that GIANTX was stacked towards A basically, but they had full abilities for the retake if they wanted to. So he wants to disrupt the retake. He goes up the site while they're planting, gets into the hallway, and he wants to go and take a fight. He sees one, he gets out, dances around. He's buying a lot of time for his team. I'm wondering why all of the rest of his team fell back instead of having anyone else pushed up with him, ready to trade or kind of like keep pressure on at the same time.
And I'm liking this confidence from Camo still.
They just
Especially from that
absolutely
first
send
round
it.
where he's just taking
Knife
space,
clears
pushing up,
everything.
and already very
Well,
clear
they
cut.
keep
It
the
feels like a
smoke and put it
They have
deep.
4 players here. Good cause a
And
little
then
mayhem, but
isolate
Camo's
Joel.
up to task, up to challenge. Look at him.
Shots.
Clean as ever. Easier targets, of course, with just
Okay.
classics. Get it out of the way.
And they got the
move
plan on top of this as well.
Honestly,
Shadow,
flawless.
3 away.
Make the
So
score element
maybe in
far
the
less
bonus
punishing.
here,
You
he
know,
can
6 to 8
try
looks feasible. Looking at the bonus here, though, this is going to be massive, right? Like, how much can they do in this?
5 rifles. This is a really good chance for Koi to swing it back in their favor. I really like what they did there with they had the Viper wall up just so that they could do the cross.
Yeah, and then the smoke,
they traded out,
and Jewel
put
deep.
an orb down for Snowman, drop the wall so that they can swing and take the swings.
It was cool.
I really liked the way that they fought all those angles.
And then they have a molly as well, so they go out into the open.
They don't have a sage wall. They know they have to take the fights.
Right.
Smoke with a flash above it. So this recon at the moment is getting quite a lot of info from GIANTX. So once it comes to the buy rounds, they need to make sure that they kill this. What a shot.
Camo, you're so clean with it. He must have either heard a step or something. He is so deady to this, but there is.
I mean, they broke the turret here earlier.
The turret's down, which makes me think that he broke it.
Yeah.
Could be the case. I'm also looking at the placing for Hoodie. Redguard's having a rough game.
Yeah, and then they only think it's one person lurking, and then they double. Bro.
I think this might be a call to evacuate.
Okay, we've got some good stuff, dude. I'm worried for Giants at the moment. After watching the pistol, after watching this round, I'm worried for them.
A little bit of it, but it's only Starzo who's down on the Bulldog. Everyone else getting those perfect upgrades. This has been a lovely round, actually.
Yeah, it actually really has.
More. Confidence builders.
Wow, bro, look how much money they got.
The swing of things. And Lucia flawless. I feel like I'm saying that a lot this game.
They're tied up in those.
They're having clean rounds.
And they all happen within the first 3 rounds of each half. Oof. So a few saved weapons. That's going to be a little bit of a saving grace for GIANTX here. Now they needed to make a good adjustment with it. What do we see different between what GIANTX did on their defense versus what Koi did? Purpo, he's got the top yellow line. He's got no teammate with him. There's no Viper. Cody's not playing close to him, like under him.
That last half looked horrendous, and then GIANTX recovered. That's true.
No one to trade him. And
bro, the first three rounds in general were just...
Especially with Shadows, like the dagger on the side. Keeping
first 3 rounds in general are not great to watch. It's getting a lot better, man.
So twice now, Koi has a player that's inserted in an area that makes it so uncomfortable for GIANTX to be able to move around and go for the next big objective.
Yeah.
The polar opposites are so funny to see side by side.
Couple more seconds on this. GIANTX need to break back in here. This has been a jilting second half, and I feel like it's a real confidence boost for Koi. After what was, a real drought of rounds. So we focus back up here, still able to fashion a buy coming through.
What are you going for? Bulldog.
Scary. I think the only real impact is going to be the Hoodie's down on the Bulldog. So yeah, the light shields aren't ideal.
The big rounds, they invest into it.
But as it stands functional.
Missing a little bit of util. When I say a little bit of util, not much. Like 1 molly for Killjoy.
Oh dear. Ooh.
And a drone.
Head down. And it's all going to be noted. The knife, I don't think caught anyone at this point. Redguard just trying to play off the back of his wall, maybe trying to slice the...
Would love to see a cancel from Koi here.
Checking up top, sees no one, but they are waiting on this. They're very nearby. They haven't fallen away completely from sight. Purpo pops that dash, waiting for a chance on this now. Needs to swing the corner if he wants to check. Camo's got him done. Good trade from Cloud, though.
Nice nade.
Out of position, very
really nice from Koi could together with a lot of what they're doing, though. I'll give them that.
They're losing out here. They've got to be careful now. Numbers not looking so likely. You got Redguard and Hoodie close by. Wingman could go for this plant. Only noting one of the two. There it is. Plant's going to be there, and Redguard can't push up.
No one overextending as well. I'm a little bit worried that it's a safe plant. Yeah. The thing is, though, they know that they've seen a wall over towards the side of sight.
Coutinho's just been caught off. Not even sure where he got found from. Yeah, nice attempt from Hoodie, but the numbers just so drastically in favor. And Redguard's position, yeah, already found. And
they're going to 2-0 him.
As we said, Redguard is a great
some
player.
convincing
you know
rounds.
What value he can bring to a team, but he's just
I thought this was looking bad as well, really, but they were very patient. I thought they were going to go back and just map control, but they literally just waited for util. Wait for the overstep. They see this guy's gun barrel, I guess, through the window. And then the util was great.
Here. And I have seen a new little icon. Did you see this one?
Faker, yeah. I popped it. I popped it on the rehearsal.
Look at that. Oh. They shouldn't leave me League of Legends stuff, because I'll just start messing around with it.
Well,
you know? Don't know what else there is.
Dumpster fire.
Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic.
We'll save that one for later.
Yeah. That can.
Literally just saw him on top of that.
When, you know,
Just saw him on top of their own stage wall.
So I was like hoping that Purple would have tried to take a different angle, but the reason why he didn't, he was holding just that generator side, was because that stage wall actually blocks people from being able to walk up Maze side. Yeah. So he's expecting no one's going to be there, but he didn't expect them to take the rope across to the top of 410 and then get that angle by dropping onto the stage wall from there and catching him in the back. So really unfortunate for him and unfortunate for the rest of his team.
Yeah, and you got to look at that money for Koi as well. Economy swelling out of control. 8.5
Wait, they forced again.
8.6 on Shados. Almost able to buy that Ari skin.
Get out of my way! Monster on the loose!
Ball goes up. Red guard gonna fall away.
Caught.
And punished. Camo, look at this. The amount of presence they're taking the second they get contact here. I'm becoming
and I like the fact that we've seen back-to-back rounds where they should feel safe with this wall, but we kind of just doing two things. Using the wall against them. Taking Jules over the top of it, we're using it to kill the guy top side. And this guy is literally caught out in this. It's kind of similar to the same rounds. We have a guy that feels he's safe because of the wall. He goes down because of jet knives up high, and then we have Cloud committing to the Cloud committing to the Jenny, and then gets mollied out.
But that spike being where it's at is an issue. And they're starting to think about it. Did Hoodie just...
How's he, was Vitinho out of range?
Yeah. Vitinho is keeping this competitive, but even trading back in a 1v1, Shallows won it out. Tipping the scales in their favor.
Can't even get clutches.
Yeah, this is... I'm wondering if there's going to be even a double pause at some point, if we're going to see Pipson just pumping the brakes, because it's not working. Whatever the adjustment was, hasn't landed again.
Does it come with 180? Yeah, but it can cover both of these.
And 5 in a row on their attack side so far.
Oh, it did go all the way through B.
I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again.
And then up the window.
Their attack side is night and day better than their defense.
And up the window through B, yeah.
A perfect example of why. They are doing such a good job right now of being explosive with Camo kind of like going in. He has that killer instinct. He's ready to just go in. He's off the back of a thrash, flashes, dart, knife, I guess, to open things up. And he's just going in and trusting that the flashes are going to land, and then he's just going to go take a shot and find out whatever the situation is there. If he's able to go for more, he goes for more. If he's not, he's able to get out, wait for his team, and then go in again.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice to see, because again, it highlights something to me that it feels silly to say it, but it's easy to forget how good Starzo is on some of these roles. I mean, you roll your mind back in the day towards when he was kind of playing more Sky and stuff like that. It was a little bit more apparent, especially during that Sky era where it was just, you know, very, very strong. But even here on KO, his supporting work is fantastic, and then you see Camo thriving off the back of it. It's a lovely little bit of consideration. And statistically, I don't know if you guys can see it, but just to let you guys know at home, he's already got 12 assists here. You know, the guy is very good at that supporting act, and seeing the benefits of it in motion is always wonderful. So timeout caught here for GIANTX. I was kind of umming and ahhing if you're going to see Pipson instantly hit back in. The guy won't pull any punches. He's normally one of their own biggest critics as well. It's something that I actually quite enjoy about Pipson. He's very to the point. If you ever hear him on a desk or an interview, he will cut to the quick. So he can't be happy with what he's been seeing. So whatever it is, you got to try and make something happen now for your side, because
and we double force fight and fought into these, so got to finally take an eco now. There's
we have to work with
there's Hoodie and Vest down and can't buy next.
Hunter's Fury, but it is this Vandal with Purple.
They're expecting Purple to get kills.
They're going to try and slow down Camo a little. It's been wonderful cracking this open.
Herbo needs a trigger to go off of. He needs someone to spot for info, do a flash, get noise cue, anything.
Play him in a little bit, right? And traditionally, I'd say Cloud can be extremely good at, you know, trying to set him into motion. And there's the info off the back, and he adjusts well. Camo's been punished this time. Falls away, doesn't need to outstay his welcome. He's got that first step in the right direction for the side.
No one from the side of GX has taken any space down middle or towards B. They have the alarm bot dealing with B, the turret dealing with kitchen, so they're just holding their spots. 4 versus 5, but the gun advantage is in the favor of Koi still. And a Viper ultimate to kind of help secure things. He'll get pushed out by the lockdown, so Koi might have to play in. Only the Viper spotted on that drone. Could be a lurk.
The cutter sound was good from that. The cutter sound to make it look like they've gone elsewhere on the map. That is very nice. Coutinho coming over, has his ult. We get a plant down, it's got to be a good plant. This guy's going to eat
the plant has come in. Now, Cloud going to connect. It feels like an inevitability with him doing that sort of thing. And there's the
passive
lockdown.
Though. It's not at the screen's angle. It doesn't get as much. It forces them not all the way back.
Yeah, so and it's a good plant no matter what. Got Hoodie to block vision. We got Molly.
Starzo's got some stall, so does Shados. Grabino as well could buy a little bit of time here. There's the first bit of kit coming in, so that's going to buy a couple of precious seconds. They need to try and gap close here, try and get in their faces. Grubino's going to find one, but the trade there for Purpo. He still needs to be pivotal in this. Keep the pressure on. Purpo's doing exactly that, leaving it just
Okay, nicely done from Purpo. Bro was dashing around everywhere just to get the kills.
Utilizing that hero vandal just right.
There's a big round from him.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard for him to be able to get the value. I like what he did, though. He waited for some information to happen on the map. That was Koi kind of initiating things and being like, hey, we're over here. And then when that happened, here comes the dart. He's trying to go over the pipes. He's able to find one, which is a flick shot onto a camo. Finds an opening kill, gets out. And then from there, they're able to kind of keep the round stabilized. So that big opening kill. And that's what we're going to need to see from these guys. But he can't do it by trying to be a hero in very specific spots. He needs to do it very deliberately.
Similar scenes at the beginning on the other side of the map this time, however. The Dizzy, the Flash, and the space is taken. But you noted it before, and we'll note it again. The KJ utility is here, knife will
the knife hits one, though. So what's the protocol after the knife hits?
That had to have scanned the Viper.
Ollie.
Didn't take any sort of, I don't think he got anywhere near to catching Killjoy.
Yeah, they maybe missed the timing of what they wanted to do just purely because of the Killjoy util. Oh, Hoodie should be cooked here.
This is sketchy for Hoodie.
God, he's pushing.
It's not worth it, but he gets it. He gets it. Why not?
I don't know if I love that because you got, again, this was with 3 players, right? This was 3 players working towards.
No way, man! Look at the mini map. Look at these two.
Space they've got the site.
I mean, they've basically got mid now at this point.
They got everywhere. They got the whole map.
Cloud might have had an angle they weren't quite expecting, but they are so on it.
He's dead.
Look, he's got 2. Let him make sure. He'd be nice to Redgar. He's too much of a sweetie. It's my only bias. Apart from Fnatic, obviously. For now, though.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course. Oh, dear.
Oh, that didn't look great.
2v3. Oh, come on. How is this happening?
The crowd's going crazy when Redgar gets kills.
Shados, does he get challenged? He does. Cleared. Purpo trying to be the hero once again. And Starzo, I don't know if that plant's even favorable. It's certainly not. He needs to get a wiggle on. He's got to challenge it. Oh,
just stuck it. Ooh, nice shot to the end here, but okay, 2 in a row for Giants, and Koi going to be kicking themselves a little bit for that one, considering the position where they were.
Mississippi or 1,000 or how do you do that?
You think I can count that high? That's crazy.
Well, no, you're only counting to 7.
We at least get a lot of age in.
Just to space it out.
That means I was taking another
a lot
hand,
of comps.
you know, like off the
Agent differential, yeah.
So I can only get up to 5. That's all I got. That's all I got, Chief.
Well, that's enough. Because it's like once you get to 5, you better hustle.
Yeah. True. I mean, 9 to 10. I feel like these rounds are hard to find faith in, but it's working. Question mark. The timeout's working. Purpo, just get us 4 again, or you know, hope that Starzo takes a little too long on the walk up.
Hit for Koi.
Just got his ult as well.
3-2 default.
It'd be interesting to see how well
wanting to clear close with the wall, that's it. In case someone pushed up.
If they do intend to use the Killjoy ult or anything else towards A.
As Fred Durst says, you gotta have faith.
that?
Sorry.
Was that a cringe?
Out of everyone who said you gotta have faith, not George Michael.
Well, I know he didn't actually pioneer the song. It's like the Sweet Dreams thing, right?
I'm so done with you. And Purpo actually going to get away with one here. Considering you saw on the other side how often they checked on Camo trying to play this position, he got away with robbery on that one. Now with a couple of ults to still depend on, this is what I'm looking at. What do they do with this? So the lockdown's
Killjoy
gone in.
ult fake. Let's check the rotate.
Both teams pivoting right back towards middle here.
Got no one over towards middle, but they do put the smoke up.
No, they cross
it's making them question it. Smoke goes down, didn't see anything. 2 people over towards site. Got double molly. Alarm bot out of range. They won't know when to pop the mollies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know now. Yeah, and this guy's gonna eat the molly, right? Second molly. Oh my god, they did their mollies late. He didn't pop double molly.
Space off of it. 4-4 retake. No stage wall.
Maybe just not sure how much control they had in Cloud. A couple of reminders of how good Cloud can be on this agent. It's wonderful to see.
They broke one of them? No, they didn't. They had both.
To be shot out. Trying to get that removed as quickly as possible.
They tried to break one. He let one go and then he had the second one there.
This Grubino on the line does get one traded out by Cloud. Shados and Shadow on the back lines here, still trying to play this through. Too many targets and too little time. As Shadow now left in a 1v3.
Hey, nice shots in the end from Cloud here. They're like just surviving the rounds, it feels like. What is that?
I'm surprised, yeah, they used the rest there at the end of the round just to get that economy stabilized a little bit. Things were getting down in the dumps a little bit. Good opening pick. Got traded out. Not resable, but big shock. The limitations with this composition that they have is once they send that Sova dart in, there's nothing to combo with it. They don't have enough AoE utility. The Killjoy mollies are placed at the early start of the round. Yeah. The Viper molly is all they have. It's only one of them. I mean, you could argue you could combo it with a Sage Slow or anything.
3 in a row, though.
Combo it with like a flash, for example. And when you combo a dart with a flash, it means that people eat the flash. That means that they're not being able to peek for a few seconds. That means that the scan goes off. It might get you some spam kills. It might get you the space. So there's a little bit of a limitation. So the fact that they're able to go in and clean it up that handedly, 3 people alive on a 4 versus 4 retake, and then they got the res, so 4 people at the end of the round. That's pretty good. And that's what GIANTX needs to keep them alive in this game. I say keep them alive. They're winning. Yeah. They have a 2-round lead.
3 in a row.
Why did you use res? Did they need it for the money?
Got it right. 3 rounds.
Add knives.
Back to back after it. Just want to make sure Cloud buys
I mean, they didn't need to do it for that econ.
As it stands, though, Koi did just call their own tactical timeout. Needed a check in here after dropping those 3 back to back. It's such a pivotal time as well.
He said
maybe going forward if they lost one, but everyone would have been able to buy apart from.
I miss Player Baba.
I guess.
I trialed him for MTW in 12 years ago.
I just remember Baba having like one of the most like OT records, I think, as a player. Pretty sure he was part of that game.
Oh god, okay.
Yeah. Well, Cloud. Yo, just finding confidence now just feels so audacious, but it works so well. Playing together, pushing up towards B, claiming a little bit of that space, falling away, it's perfect. Now the trade out.
Oh, and he breaks one of the mollies.
Hunter's Fury, 5 versus 4 retake. No Sage Wall for the retake.
Yeah, molly gets in, that delays it.
On the plant, they're gonna force
Cloud now with his ult, and then they run in. Oh, okay, that was a really good ult from Starkso, because I'm pretty sure Cloud might have wanted to ult, and then they run in there.
He's on an island.
Don't know when he gets his knife back. He has double flash. Shados has double molly for the spike. Hasn't dropped double molly in the spike. They're in behind.
He's got Hoodie as his first target if he comes through, but the flood comes in from down low. Stunning!
Oh my god.
Camo and the flashes and the support, everything from Starkso.
Yeah, he gets out of there as well. How long can he stay alive for? Whoa! Oh!
That is gorgeous!
That's an absolute round, bro.
His supporting star as well, being Starzo in that. Those two working so well together. A really good synergy between the two.
Those first 3 kills, like this angle is so tough to clear because you don't really expect anyone
to never
be
expect
here.
someone there.
It's like only an angle that Jets can play. Getting that first
dude,
one,
that
like,
4th shot is
gets 2 more,
something.
repositions, waits, 2 flashes come over, and on the second flash, that's when he peeks out and starts getting the last 2 kills right above generator. That's where like the entry flashes go, and they're using.
There's a lot of hero rounds at the moment for both teams.
It's so nice. Even the knife getting 4 of them there, so instantly able to kind of like prioritize targets. But still, that was a one-man show. These rounds overall had been looking better for
dash
GIANTX.
early A control, 2 people walking over towards B the whole time.
But still, a step in the right direction for Koi after what was a couple of rounds of worry.
Yeah, they at least see the alarm bot.
This is going to be no surprise to them, at least on the alarm bot. It shouldn't be, should I say. But you can see how close by Hoodie is.
Honestly, there's a chance that they didn't go close enough, but I think they heard it.
They could break that with a molly.
Oh.
The A fake to walk B.
Wow, I thought Dizzy.
Yeah, if he goes close wall, the flash just isn't going to get him there.
They got no idea. I don't know how Hoodie was wasn't more aware of the chance of it, but
Nah, it's really bold, man. It's really, really bold what Koi went for.
They're looking for options. Keep in mind, Starzo is not with the main pack of players here.
45 seconds.
Okay, we have a KO Lurk as well. KO full yield Lurk over towards A. Got some options. They're trying to fake the B and then they're going back off of this. And the thing is, we got Redgar really close. He's going to hear the people running. So he should be able to call his team over.
Yeah, you can see it.
And then the rest of his team should tell him that there's one still over towards B. He should wait for the last.
Push on this, but the timing as well from Grubino is going to be interesting
Wait
too.
for
How
the
those two
last.
match up.
Yeah, here we
Sarzo's
go.
crept the site.
Wait.
Now Grubino, the timing. Oh, but do they get the plant? I've got to see if they get the plant here. They're trying to. Yeah, Wingman's on the case. There's Cloud to take away Starzo. So now, without that superstar supporting act. But there is that mid lurk. There is this mid lurk on the way, but they need to keep bodies on the site. Shadow has to be enough of a threat here. That's a freebie. Redgar being trailed the whole way. Rubino going to spot Fatinho. And now Fatinho in a 1v2. Difficult scenario.
Hey,
and
really
Shadow
nice.
puts him out of his
Gotta
misery.
start looking at the money. We've got two people that are so wrecked here. 11-11, they got an eco.
This is a heartbreaking time now.
This is getting really down to the wire.
Their money's
not good. They do have Blade Storm.
I swear, maybe I'm losing my mind.
Again,
but I swear they knew the Viper was still in that corner, but maybe not.
I wonder if this is the opportunity. We haven't seen Purple getting really aggressive on B yet. The farthest he's gone is kind of like top yellow. So I wonder if we're going to see anything like that being pulled out, or if it's just a straight up standard setup.
He should have. I just don't know. I would have to watch it back. I'm guessing not, man. I'm guessing if Redgar's doing that, I would like to think not.
At this point, I don't know.
The chance the comms are off, but
It's classic as like a bait. Hey, I'm still backed by yellow. I'm not over here. This aggressive position from Cloud, and sometimes like you have one duelist in your composition. Sometimes it's
and the longer
it's getting aggressive. Sure, he's got drone dart, but he gets cleaned out. Not gonna follow for it a second time.
Grubino's been on the money today. A fantastic performance for him. He'll be happy with that, but still, the win would be everything. And it's on
boy,
Purpo.
Here's everything.
Gotta get
it's
two.
on Purpo. Time to be a hero, and he can only get one. Takes away Starzo. He sees a lot, but they're getting towards 50 seconds now. If you're Koi, you've got to commit at one of these points. They have the man advantage too. They've got a good foothold here.
They have the Viper's Pit that they could
Shadow's
use.
gonna have his ult as well. Depend on that to clear the site if they want to.
Oh, that's a good aggressive wall from Redgar there just to slow them down.
That baits in into the rotate can come in as well.
Rotation. They're gonna stack this up.
Hey,
But
this is nice, man. This is a
use the
good wall.
They have to run in and use the Viper's Pit. They have to plant in the pit.
Yeah,
They
you're
have to
gonna
take the space.
you're
They
gonna
can't just
wall
play.
fish. Oh,
Just the plan.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I was a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, I was question
Ooh.
marking that one.
Oh, move.
Out of the way.
Wait, they get the plan.
At the
wait,
same
we did
time,
get the spam. I'm
That's
surprised.
ridiculous. I thought
Yeah,
that
they
get
went for a
denied.
different position.
I guess put the fear
Vision
of God
block
in
of the
Redgar
wall is there.
Fatinho wasn't able to even challenge it.
Surely use the Viper's Pit though, just to stop them. You have no other util, just a mosh pit.
Oops.
Attempts, yeah, but still, they've got numbers. This would need, you know, probably one of the most miraculous moments from Fatinho. Not going to happen. Koi.
They actually gave it a pretty nice try in the
in the
3v4.
They take map point, series point. If they win
Nick,
this next one,
thank you so much, Nick.
series
Appreciate
is
you.
over.
Thank you with the 7 months, man.
Yep, this is kind of sad and heartbreaking if you're on the side of GIANTX because you were just getting the swing of things. You got 3 in a row. You're up 11 to
the
9.
3
You're
rounds
like,
weren't
yeah,
like
I'm killing it now.
crazy convincing,
Purple
I
had
guess.
a couple of nasty rounds, starting to feel it individually,
Let's go.
and then it just slips away.
They're getting outplayed, guys. Let's go. Keep it.
They might just be getting outplayed. You might not
Yeah, I
be
mean, I
wrong.
think they
Cloud
are.
has
I agree
ult,
with
but
that.
You've got to look at the buy. It's
One chance for them to end it. Cloud still has his ult.
This Purpo once again called upon
And
in these moments.
Rubinho didn't put his ult into the last round, so that could really pay off for this.
Yeah, he's solo on A. He's 3 and 19. He's got a Spectre. I just don't know what he's going to be able to do here. They don't really save the wall for the retakes, for the defuse.
No, I don't know what the plan is. I don't know how you're meant to make
Yeah,
this Spectre work at this point.
gotta chill now.
He has to concede the site anyway.
The wall,
Ult on top of it, plants in. Does
the
remove the
wall
vision from
gives
camo, to be fair.
the Viper a
So,
lot of protection.
Might have to change plans a touch.
They have to use the Hunter's
And
Fury
it's
as a
weird, you
zoning
look at this
ulti,
wall here,
as the
you
rest
don't
of the
really
skills
realize that there's this extra
No,
gap
see an
here
image.
until they go
Okay,
exploring.
does catch on towards Shados.
Oh,
And
that's,
gets it.
yeah,
Fatinho
that's
found
big.
camo as well, so they're down to 3. This could be OT.
Oh no.
Starzo, Shadow, and Grubino. Oh, Grubino, that's nasty. Starzo in unison. He's
Oh,
starting to
no,
come alive
Starzo
here, but
did
it's
so
Shadow
much.
down at 1v2. Time's on his side.
Okay.
Stand,
Okay.
Purpo
Shots
gets
again
out
from
of danger
Purpo.
at the final hurdle. Pushing them
give
up
us
to
the
12
overtime.
apiece. OT on the cards.
This is when the game's going to start getting a little bit freaky. We're not going to see
He'll
that
be
many
perma banned
ultimates
if he was here,
unless
bro.
someone
I
has a
should
really
have been
big
perma
round,
banned
but
for some of the stuff I was
usually,
saying
like,
earlier.
the players that we're seeing that are doing this right now are
And
usually
sometimes
like,
it,
Purpo's doing it right now a little bit.
Sometimes
Camo had
when
few
there's
big
a lot of
issues.
madness going on.
As
Oh my goodness.
no, I was just curious why that was your go-to.
I mean, I did, yeah.
We lost everything.
Why was that your go-to? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Probably
Somebody gonna
many
match
reasons.
my freak? Is that like little meme in your head?
No.
Is that what happened? Are you trying to appeal to the Zoomers? Was that it?
Yeah, actually, that's what it was.
Got it. Got it.
You got
Caught
me.
you,
You
caught
nailed
you.
me. Yep.
Caught you.
Well done. Then I thought I could just like slip it by. It would go unnoticed.
I mean, I'm
And
sorry.
now-
I'm sorry. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. 12-12.
Which one is it? This
say that
Yumpy bad
again.
rounds? That's the folder. Yumpy trolls in
If I say it, I'll
practice
believe
folder.
it. Koi
Just full up.
starting off on the
50
defending side,
gigabytes
course,
of
that
clips from
means
you,
GIANTX
Yumpy.
on the attack. And they better be diligent about this one. Because you can see what's happening here.
Is that the folder you saw?
I wonder.
How many times has Camo been up here this game? 4?
Cooked him? Yeah, I do, man.
I haven't seen this before.
Yeah. I mean, he gets the owl drone burnt early, but he burned the dash, so he would...
Double flash in 5. Oh, no, he's abandoning it. He's trying to play it different. They realize it's 25 rounds into the game. Maybe one or the other team has caught on to what's happening.
Perhaps. Whoa, careful. And again, it feels like a lot of the round, I need to be careful to not use Faker's faces while I was using that. Is banking on these lurks, it feels like in my mind, the timing towards it.
He's going to
but
get really
obviously
good
the main
timing
part
on
is
this,
gonna
though.
be
Turret's going to
entry
spot
work
him.
coming in. There's a lot of bodies here, 4
Turret's going
players.
to spot him, and then Viper v
Obviously for
Viper
Koi,
Jaw is going to
on the
go
outside, and Purpo
go
trying to work
down.
his way forward here. They've got at least the step in the door, but they need to kind of kick it down to get that
Wait, he
plant
sees
in.
the turret,
Gonna
but
reveal
it
a position
didn't
of
spot
one.
him, and he
Does
gets
go
into
on
a
this?
corner.
Redgar's in a little
But
bit
he
of trouble
holds
here.
them
Gonna
all
be
in.
denied at least the attempt at the plant, and Purpo's found Shados. Big damage from him. Camo wants on the
No
edge to be slowed
way
down. Can't
Grabinho
springboard
won
to
this
deny
duel
the
against
blow.
Hoodie.
So they
That's
get out with their
impressive.
lives. A 4v4. The Lurk's not going to go all the way around. They don't
Yeah,
know
shout
that.
out for having the
They should
awareness
some
on this
caution
one.
to it. They have to get past Purpo, and they do. Camo with a belter. Now,
Unless there was a
we
turret
saw that util.
going off that I
First tap on
missed,
the
that was
spike. Try and draw
good.
closer, see if anyone's willing to go
Because he
through
broke
that
the
wall, they're
turret.
not. Trying to close the gap over towards Maze, the double swing. Red guard
Yeah,
affected by
Wingman.
Dizzy,
Wingman's
but
just
there
doing
is,
it.
shutting down
Wingman's
his
tanking a
point.
shock dart.
And Wingman doing his job, doing his new duty.
Yeah.
And well, it's going to be a clean first round in OT
Thanks to
for
shock
Koi.
dart, he managed
So
to
they
get it
take
to
the
half. Almost had it all.
I have something to say, but it's mean, so I probably shouldn't say it.
How nasty is it? Is it personal? Like, where are we at?
It's not personal.
Okay.
It is about one of the players' performances, though.
If I hear the words Red Guy, you're out.
No,
You
it was
might.
going to be Wingman.
Okay.
I'm listening.
It's basically 5 players plus Wingman
Yeah.
versus 4 players plus Wingman.
I don't like your tone
That's
today.
crazy.
That is deep analysis that you can't get anywhere
That's
else.
crazy.
True. You know what? Thank my lucky stars. You're
That's so crazy.
Hoodie is a little bit of trouble. He's going to be kept a little safer. But
He's calling Redgar Wingman.
Oh,
That's
come
crazy.
just
You're right,
knocks
chat. He
down
would
the
get
door
banned
in
here.
one.
That's
You thought with all the
outrageous.
util, 2 players to it. Dedicated. That might be enough. Sure as hell wasn't. 3 now. To try and keep GIANTX
Unbelievable.
alive, or it's over in 2. Redgar, Cloud, and Purpo.
Oh man, that's pretty funny.
Take flight.
Now drone coming in. Cloud trying to set them in motion, but there's no one really there to work through on this. Purpo's still pretty far away in middle.
The Sage Wall is the only saving grace.
Yeah, here comes
He needs to
Wingman
get
though.
the
Dude, he's gonna Sage Wall
angle
defuse, something that
properly.
Wingman
So
can't
there's
do.
multiple blocks that they have to break. Here it comes.
I mean, what can he do though?
Yeah.
It needs
They kill.
an heroic attempt, and it's not going to happen. Heartbreak for GIANTX.
Oh god, and he roasted them and they lost the round, dude.
Out in 2. A big upswing in performance there, Josh, from start to end. First map, I think,
Damn,
was
I can't
really
believe he called him Wingman
the
like
kind
that.
of, I guess,
He
the
did it
first step
earlier, but
towards
he
it,
really
we found
doubled
there
down
on
and sent
Icebox
it.
as well.
And I want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. I don't like. I feel like every
Yeah, that
time
was
I
nice
say
from Koi
this,
though. They
that
had
they
some
look so
there's some
much
really cool
better. They
stuff.
look
New rounds.
revitalized. I feel like the next time I watch them,
yeah.
it is gone. But
Giants
they
had
do
some
look good, and
abysmal
their
rounds in
defense
that. I'm
looks
not gonna lie
a
to
lot
you.
better, especially on that first map, Sunset, with the way that they were doing the rotations, whether it be a man down or whether it be the gamble stacks. They're looking really good. And then I love the combos with the flashes as well.
Very nice. Yeah, seeing some vintage stars though there as well. Love to see him doing nicely. 23 assists in the end. Fantastic performance, and of course Camo working off the back of it. Grubino as well. Big performance all around for those boys. They should be happy that one, but still, this is a sour moment, I can imagine, for GIANTX. Not happy with that.
I can't get over it. I can't believe he said that.
Rough around the edges, but still.
He actually went for it in overtime.
Hopefully with a little bit more work,
I'm in shock.
Back on following Purple and Cloud still looking good, but yeah, credits where it's due here. Boys on the screen looking very much on point today. Lovely performance from start to end. And kind of glimmers of what we've always wanted from that squad, really.
And that's his gym work for the week. He's done.
Yep, he's absolutely nailed it. Right, that's enough from us. It's been a relatively quick day, but for those who want a bit more, who fancy really getting into the thick of things, do stick around, because we're going to be sending over to the post plant where Kakuka and Tom are waiting for you. And if I'm not mistaken, Shadow and Barbar might be joining them in a minute.
Dude, if Barbar's on, I'm listening. Weird situation for him to be on.
Lauren, you are right. They will be joining us in a bit. But, you know, congratulations to Koi. What a performance. We were saying probably the pressure was off, Tom. But what we saw on Icebox, that was a different beast.
Because I think a lot of the time, especially teams with a little bit further down the table, you're going to have those issues of you go down, you're a little bit further behind.
Koi qualifying now, they're done.
It's just gone. Like, I think we saw that in the first map for GIANTX. But here, it felt like... I think I said it to you once they won the pistol. I was like, I think they're back in the game now. And it genuinely felt like that. The team
they're both done,
positive.
right?
There was
both
a
of these
huge
teams
uptick.
are done now.
I think, again, props to Shadow for sort of keeping the team in a good mental state when they're down. And yeah, they look like they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, exactly. Again, Giants are still not out of the competition, just like Koi. So if you want to see these teams, or you know, anybody else that will make it onto the playoffs, the tickets are now on sale. If you want to come here to the studio in Berlin, it's such a great experience.
Best of 3.
So check them out because they're available online. I believe that we will have a QR code if that decides to work. Scan it, get yours. Otherwise, go on Google. I mean, it's not like you were born yesterday. And even if you were, probably you can Google things. So
yeah, you know.
Going back into things and talking, that's the ticket. That's what you have to scan. Otherwise, just visit emeatickets.valorantesports.com.
Nailed it.
Again, let's bring the conversation back to Giants. What do you think happened there? We were seeing that they were going back to that default composition, but then on the second half, things are not working.
I think it just worries me at the moment that it doesn't feel like GIANTX are really playing into their strengths. They've got 2 strong individual players who I don't feel like are really being set up too well to perform to the best of their ability. And I also just think that when it starts going wrong, well, they don't have what the guys from Koi have. There's like to bring that sort of mental back. It looks like they're just obliterated mentally and everything falls apart.
I love that you bring in the mental because we have to bring in our guests, Barbar and Shadow. Welcome, guys. You know, take your time.
Hello.
Yeah,
take your time.
Are those mics working?
Dias. I'm not sure. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, well, congratulations on the win. First of all, guys, how are you feeling?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're feeling amazing, yeah?
I think we are right, yeah.
Just all right?
Yeah. No playoff, but it's nice to...
There is still chances.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you keep winning 2-0.
Yeah. No, we're super happy. We go for playoffs.
Did you guys expect the result from today? Maybe, you know, you're saying no playoffs. Do you think you were playing without pressure in that sense?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, you know, I think every team really do need a sports psychologist, like a dedicated one, because it's hard. It's hard when you're a rookie. It's hard when you're moving to a new country, right? It's just very rough in the start, you know. And I think that the pressure is getting to us over and over again. And I mean, obviously we're playing quite okay when there is now when we know there's playoffs, so we will lose every game probably, you know. But nah, we feel good. Yeah.
Raskalex, thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Like an MC.
Yeah, no, I feel amazing, to be honest with it.
If you type it smart, probably.
A beatbox. Boo -boo.
I mean, it definitely helps when we see performances like the one that we saw from Camo today. We were talking about the different changes that we expected to see in the game, probably people picking different agents, but you guys go back to basics and he had an amazing performance. What was that in the server? Because also we saw you guys super hyped.
Yeah, it's just amazing to have Camo like this. Like sometimes he have these days where it's like invincible, you know, and it's so fun to see that like in official and him just destroying Giants, to be honest.
But can we expect? I know that you said that, you know, that now that you know the playoffs is still a situation that could happen. Could we maybe see him in other agents? Because we were surprised that last week you went for the Neon, but then this week you went for the Race.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were super good in scrims on Sunset. We were scrim demons, to be honest, but we couldn't get it out there in official, so we watch Heretics win games, and we try to do the same. So thank you, Neil Senior, Weber, and the whole Heretics. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to ask you on the other side of things. You are a team that, in my opinion, your bind actually looks pretty good. And then obviously you stopped banning Lotus. Why today did you decide to ban the bind? Because, as I said, I think it's a map that you could have at least gone toe-to-toe with. So why was it removed from the pool?
I think we had, if we don't ban bind, then they might pick it, and we wanted them to pick into a Sunset, because I think
the little counter.
We had all of their numbers, we knew exactly what they're gonna do, and they did.
Did you expect the split bind after what happened last week?
The what?
The split ban.
I mean, if you get one round on a map, then you probably, you know. No, but it's natural. So we knew that it's either split or icebox. We prepared for a split and icebox, so it was nothing super surprising. But the bind toe-to-toe, I think it's simply because we wanted a Sunset, and also I think we need to renew our bind a little bit. These 2 days is the plan. Haha, gentlemates. But that's why also it haven't been feeling super good, and our Sunset started to click, so we went for that instead in this matchup at least. Yeah.
Talking about and speaking about the icebox, things got dangerously close, but there was a moment, Barbara, where you asked for a timeout, I believe around round 21, and things start to change. What did you spot, and what did you say to the guys, or maybe it was you, Shadow, that you were able to close that one out?
I think we were not synced in when they stopped us, especially when they stopped us in choke points. I don't think we were synced at all. Also, to break a bit momentum, Purpose started to fire off also, so we wanted him to cool down a bit,
Fair
right? And then just making up a plan for the last rounds, to be honest. So a bit better tactical than versus Fnatic, I would say, yeah.
I actually wanted to ask a question to you, Shadow, because I've spoken to a lot of your ex-teammates. I'll be honest, I don't think anybody has given a glowing review to every player except you. Like, your ex-teammates love you to bits. How do you stay so sort of like positive and level-headed in these games? Because it seems like everyone I've ever spoken to has always said he's always happy, he's always calm, he's always keeping the mood up. How do you manage to do that?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, to be honest, I just am who I am, kinda, and it's nothing more than that. Like,
not the banana sandwiches.
No, I eat those time to dime, but no, it's nothing special. That's just who I am as a person.
I mean, you're saying that, but also I had an interview earlier today with Starkster, and he was complimenting you a lot. So it's not only the previous ones, it's also the teammates that you have. But I want to ask you, of course, this year overall, it's not been an easy year. Also, you have some more responsibilities for yourself. What would you say is your biggest learning so far with all the pressure that you've been under?
I mean, like being the IGL now as well is so much more work. Like work overall, I need to put in more work than all the other guys and show them that they need to put in the work as well if they want to win. And now when it's tough, I need to like stay even more like dedicated to the game and try to cheer them up, because if I'm not doing it, no one is gonna do it, and we're just gonna be having a like shit mood the whole like we last 2 weeks, or depending on if we can get playoffs now or not. So we will see.
So you lead by example. That's a good thing.
I know,
now, what about you?
It's,
and, I
it's
think
one
that the
game,
rest
right?
Of the team, Idolf has also been very vocal
ADG
in socials,
FPX.
and we wanted to show a tweet that you posted the other day. If you want to not address it, we can also move on. But you posted this out there saying that you will not be around after the season is finished. Some people are sad. I think that this was also a response to things that were happening. Where's your head at right now?
No, I'm always fully focused on the mission, you know, to be honest, you know, and I think that people doesn't know the full story, and I don't think that it's getting explained from any side at all. So, no, I'm standing by that, you know, whatever. I do think that the club deserves a Valorant division, exactly like I said, that all of the fans, it's a huge fan base, and obviously with a huge amount of people, there's gonna be some that is not too happy, you know. But I'm getting hanged out there, but I'm okay with it, to be honest. I've been around for too long without letting that affect. Why I put it out there is simply because I want to take a little bit of the pressure off the team. You know, if they want to think that they're fully responsible over this project and it's my fault that it's not going better, then that's okay. And that's why also there's other challenges after the season is finished. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Respect.
Actually, talking and speaking about challenges, let's take a look at your schedule, the matches that you have left. Gentamates, Na'Vi, and Heretics. Now, I think I know the response to this, but who would you say is right now the scariest?
Gentlemates.
Really?
No. Obviously Heretics.
I was expecting you to say something like, I always look at just my next opponent or something like that.
No.
Man.
I've seen them in scrims, running ISO, Reina, Neon.
I mean, I think Heretics is playing on just another level in Europe right now. Super big creds to them. I mean, they're showing the way. They with that little time also, and building a team, and with the transfers they did, I think it's absolutely fantastic, and they should be proud over what they're doing and continue what they're doing. It's going to be a super tough game, to be honest.
Yeah.
So obviously Heretics is the team to fear.
The most. Yeah, definitely. Funny enough, last split we had Team Liquid that needed a lot of crazy scenarios, and there was only one in which they made it, and they ended up making it to playoffs. I hope that, you know, we get it again as we take a look at the standings. Congratulations, you're no longer last. You know?
Who is last?
Your climate.
Who is
the
last?
people you just beat.
You just push them down.
Who is last?
We have two Gentlemates.
I will retweet
They're very gentle.
funny video.
Too blind to see who are we missing on
Wait, why is it two
9 and 8.
Gentlemates?
But I believe that we do not have two Gentlemates. You speak a lot about
happened?
Heretics, but I think this question is going to be to you, Shadow.
BBL just correct.
Last week when you played against Foot, it was a very, very close matchup, and you almost got it. Don't you think that that could be the same situation for Heretics? If you keep going on this progression, just imagine that you get to that last match against Heretics. It defines if you're making it to playoff or not.
Yeah, no, I don't fear Heretics at all. Like, I think we can, like, when we are at our peak level, I think we can beat them for sure. So.
Do you want any revenge versus Na'Vi? Because, you know, there's a little bit of history there, Shadow.
Exy, congrats.
Like, of course I want to win.
Congrats.
Of course I want to win against the boys in...
Of that.
Like,
Can you out IGL Angel?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. That's all we need. I'm clipping that.
Okay, and speaking about clips, we have this question that we ask every guest to give to the next. Of course, first, you need to hear what Fallen had to ask you guys before your match. If we have that ready, production?
Guys, who is winning? I don't know who is, but just tell me your Spotify list, okay? Tell me.
Do you guys have a Spotify playlist?
I listen to classical music since 3 weeks.
Okay.
Tobe, what is your list? It's horrible.
I was so thrown away by that.
Yeah, I have a little
Any
mix.
artist in particular? Any musician in particular?
No, it's a full. Yeah,
Beethoven.
Yeah, they're in there. Oh,
Legends.
No, it makes me calm. Every game beforehand, we're listening to that. But the warm up, we're having Shadow's playlist, and I would not recommend
cool.
it. It reminds me of when I was 15.
A little hardstyle, a little electro.
Oh, you gotta get pumped up before the game.
Put in a little
you know?
pop there, put in a little
You're not
Justin
getting pumped
Bieber,
up to
and there we go.
Well,
Taylor Swift, huh?
There's a very famous video in Spanish that I will show you later because it's about that type of music. But now, guys, you need to send a question for tomorrow's post plant. Now, this question is going to be answered by either Fnatic or Vitality, since they're the ones that have that second match. So think about something. Could be either of you, both at the same time. You can ask 2 questions if you want. It's our show.
Half a question each.
Yeah. Someone can start it, the other one can finish it. And you look into that camera that has the red light.
Do you have anything?
No.
Me neither.
How was it winning the game?
I guess we will take that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We were so excited that that maybe today we would see either Haven, ISO, Neon. Maybe tomorrow we see something crazy. Do you guys think that there is some
yeah,
other
that makes
teams
sense.
that,
We can
you know,
give the Raiders
will
back
play
to
it this
Heretic.
Definitely.
If you had to predict who will play it, who do you think?
But we practice against this team, so we...
yeah, link it. Link them,
link it.
Let's link the comps.
Just
yeah.
open crack, opencrack.com, and
So
just give me the
Vitality
name.
plays.
I thought for a second you were going to do it, but thank you very much, guys. Congratulations on the win. We will see you later in the week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, for watching, and for staying with us.
We'll
be
we'll
back
raid
tomorrow with
chat.
more
What's
matches. Good night.
his stream? Thank you so much for watching, as always. Thank you. We'll do the China game tomorrow. The Chinese game tomorrow. It'll be fun. So that's at 12. What's that? In 13 hours from now. And then we'll be around for EMEA as well. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks to the people that here for the sponsor stream earlier as well. Oh, Linus, thank you for the last second sub as well. I appreciate that. Thank you for the whole year as well. Shout out to the raids and the raiders that stayed around as well. As always, shout out to the mods. I think we're all good. YouTube chat as well. Shout out to you guys.
They're trying to secure the path. 8 seconds out. Camo on the side doing the dance. It's going to go huge.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you all tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. We've got EMEA, one game in China if you want to check it out. Should be a banger. FX, JDG.
It's a damn good
Peace.
scoreline. 13-5. Icebox up next. Don't go anywhere.
YouTube chat. Thank you so much, guys. Take it easy, okay? Have a good rest of your day.